is my altar, my church, my palace, my steed.
Yeah, and it's the outhouse too. But what I'm asking...
This is wonderful. Maybe we can keep the golem and leave the pensioner.
We've got a whatever the hell this is with us. We don't need my extendable pole.
The Bandonian comes out. Love it. It's going to be inspire competence, I guess.
Yeah, I feel really competent right now. Again.
It does.
Again.
It does.
Again.
It does.
Again.
I'm going to see if I have a rat. It does.
Again. It's too small a space.
Pardon?
Mad! Mad!
Oh no, he's dying.
10 is a fumble.
Dom, have you enjoyed this game of D&D when you've done a grand total of walk down a corridor?
Hey, I almost crushed a man.
Mad!
Hello and welcome to Let's Dig Up the Tomb of Horrors. I'm Mike and I'm joined by my doomed players, Rob, Dom and Matt. And I asked them that most important of questions. What happened previously on the Tomb of Horrors?
Horrors.
Death.
We, a party that have been drawn here in some epic cosmic game to solve the Tomb of Horrors, found there to be a simple entrance into the tomb once we had unearthed it from the side of a hillside or something, wasn't it?
Once you had Dom unearth it.
That's right, yes.
We just stood around
it, to be fair.
And we unearthed it to discover the entrance to the Tomb of Horrors.
There were three entrances. We uncovered 3 different corridors. We went down the furthest one first.
Yes.
Where we saw there were 2 doors at the end. So we thought, lovely. The rat discovered partway through, my favourite moment, that one bit of wall was primed to slam into another bit of wall and we were stood in between it.
Yes.
So we thought, right, well, we haven't triggered that. We've avoided that. Ha 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 ha. And then we all stepped forward and triggered it.
It trapped one of us inside, didn't it?
The rat reacted much quicker, so we managed to get to the other side of it before it slammed shut. Jacques was trapped in basically a sealed stone sarcophagus.
And then the ceiling came
Tried
down,
the ceiling side, Larry. He
Yes.
tried both doors. Turns out both doors were completely just fake doors. Just nothing.
Oh yeah,
It was
both
just
of them
wall.
were fake.
So
Both of them.
That is a dick move.
Yeah. Because it makes you waste your time going for one door and then the next door. Evil.
Yes.
Well, he was desperate for anything. So using just strength and desperation and a polar bear.
And a polar bear.
We all were just
a polar
like,
bear.
and managed to just about sort the trap and working together. I think we just escaped.
Yes, just is the operative word there.
It was like so. I thought I was definitely dead. So then we tried the next one, the long one.
The middle one, and we noticed that there were a number of images and reliefs created on the corridor, right?
Yes, frescoes and murals going down pretty much most of the corridor.
And did we try that pathway straight away, or did we go to the other one?
And we didn't try the very first one. We went
Yeah,
straight
we never
down the
tried
long
that.
one in the middle.
We never tried. See, that's why I was hesitating.
Be
when...
the trick one.
Right. This is why I hesitated when we started describing, because I was like, we didn't go down all 3 though, did we? But never mind.
We didn't make it down the last one. We never got to it.
Yes. So we found that you had to walk down a specific pathway down this corridor, lest you incur the wrath of dozens and dozens of trip and pressure traps.
A useless chest on the wall that's all gold and alluring, like, open me. and then pit traps just everywhere. It was like some
Pit
poisonous.
traps,
Pit
things
trap.
like that.
Pit trap.
Yeah.
And then,
Anything else you remember?
well, at the very bottom of the corridor, now stop me if I'm jumping too far ahead, but at the very bottom of the corridor was the visage that we see before us on the screen right now, which is the terrible devil face.
Yes,
And
the
around
Green
it-
Devil.
The face didn't have anything around it. The face was just an open void in the mouth, which we sent a small furry creature in from my bag of tricks.
And
It was
it ne'er
immediately
returned.
disappeared, basically.
It
And
vanished.
then we did some detect magic stuff on it, and basically, I think discovered that if you go in there, you get destroyed somehow. There's some destruction, horrific horribleness. in
There's, yes,
that
you
face.
discovered 20th level
Yeah.
magic of necromancy and conjuration. It was a combination of some very nasty evil magic. What you're thinking
Basically,
of,
it wanted you to crawl inside it, thinking you'd get in.
Yeah,
You damn well wouldn't.
what was it that because there was something like colourful down there,
adjacent
wasn't
to
it?
that, so that's on the south wall, on the same location but onto the east wall, on that corner, there was a fog wall.
In an archway.
Yes, similar to those who are a Souls-like player of
Yes.
that variety. There was almost that sort of golden mist over an arch, and there were 3 stones of different colours surrounding the arch.
Didn't one of those potentially take you back to the start of the dungeon?
Essentially, it was activating them in like the right order,
Yeah.
which then deactivated the fog gate.
And you stepped through the archway, and you appeared at the entrance of the corridor. You found on the corridor floor, Glint, when you reappeared at the top of the corridor, you found a poem, a piece of verse from Lord Acererak, which I won't recite now. That was in the previous session, but it did note behind, go back to the Tormentor or through the arch. And the Tormentor, there was a mural of someone being tortured.
It was that made me think that was the fake door was in fact a fake of a fake. So I asked Dom's character to smash it, and he did, and there was a door behind it. Because of course there was.
A door behind the mural of a door, yes, there
The door
was.
behind the stone mural of a door. Like, who would have thought of that? Yeah, in that time we'd sort of discussed it. We said there might be. We thought the what we got from the poem was the archway at the end to go through, the door that we found, and also there might be a secret tunnel within one of the pit traps. We said, but we don't know which one, and we haven't looked.
Yes.
And then we all know what happened after that. I think this should be Dom. Come on, this is very much your tale to tell.
We faced I've forgotten the name of it. Rock creature.
Gargoyle.
Gargoyle, thank you. Who was immensely tough and immensely strong, and who we ran from and then chased us, and then we tricked it into a trap, which did very little damage. And then we tricked it into another trap, and that did even less damage because it could fly. And then Gorgamoth bravely showed his worth by charging it and getting brutally murdered.
Yes.
Which gave his friends a chance to escape.
Yes. Their final sight after Gorgamoth had been brutally murdered was the image of this 4-armed gargoyle returning back through the door to where you'd first encountered it. And that is where we're going to pick up.
We
now.
felt so triumphant when it fell in the pit trap. We were like, oh yeah. Then
We did it. We did it.
Wow.
Where we start is almost upon Gorgamoth's last breath or last moment or thought, whatever, after it got absolutely ripped apart. That last semblance of sentience leaving your body, almost immediately as that happens, a portal opens up close to where you all appeared. We'll say for now it's relatively close to the two of you, just so we can have you there. And stepping through the portal is a figure. Dom, would you like to describe said figure?
Yes. So you see stepping through the portal an absolutely mammoth creature hulking and thudding through, which you notice is made of sand and sat on a sand throne atop this sand creature is a withered, wrinkled, ancient-looking man who looks like he's been in the sun for a century or more. He's got sun-damaged skin, like freckles and burned skin, and as he steps through, as he rides through, he says, "Behold the vessel of glory, to save and not Arthur, good Lord Arthur, the ever-changing Lord of Entropy."
I kind of went with the bandage look here and the the Egyptian headdress,
Perfect.
but with a person's face. So,
what the hells?
And this is the the companion you know as Vessel.
That's so cool.
So you are
How have you done
Vessel,
this?
and is there a quicker name for you, just for the sake of this?
Yes, Vessel. Just
Vessel.
Just
Yes.
Vessel. Okay.
Indeed.
Hello.
Who was it who perished?
It was the big one.
Yeah, it was. Oh wait, what was my voice? I'm the rat. There we go. That's my voice. He was a good sworn battle brother of ours, a half orc, and he fell in combat.
Oh, the idiot! I should have known.
Begging your pardon, but what is that? And he points at this thing.
This is my mount, my palace, my church.
My God. So surreal.
And you see the ever-shifting sands turn sort of slightly into a dwelling for a second, and then some form of something you could, an altar perhaps, that you could sit and worship at.
I've realised I'll need to move you through doors, because you physically won't be able to move him through the doors, so I'll have to do that when you get there. He's quite big.
I'm so confused. I don't know what you are.
It is a huge sand golem, the being behind him.
That is quite a creation. And actually, Vessel, you say your name was? Could not come at a more opportune time for... Well, there's somewhat of a physical challenge that lies in wait, and perhaps this creature is the answer to that problem. Jacques the Bard.
It does appear that this could be the case. But I think maybe it is going to set off every pit trap that it goes near. Can it avoid any traps? Can it fit in the corridor?
It can fit.
Very good.
For the sake of just game mechanics, I will say, unless otherwise, if you state it, we will essentially shrink and morph it because it is just sand. In that regard, hence fitting through doors. That's not to say it's going to do so rapidly, but if you give it enough time, you could morph it to fit through the corridor you've done without setting off the traps. But it would have to be taking a bit of care.
Forgive me, but if it's made of sand, then does it matter if it gets hurt? Does it feel pain? Can it be felled?
'Tis my altar, my church, my palace, my steed. Of course it matters.
Yeah, and it's the outhouse too. But what I'm asking...
This is wonderful. Maybe we can keep the golem and leave the pensioner.
Pensioner, what is this?
I don't have time to explain it. I'm very sorry.
Enough waiting. We've got a lot to do, and a
We will
lot of
show you the
work
bully.
lies ahead. Perhaps it would be a good idea if we explore our options before walking back into death's embrace.
That sounds very sensible.
There was another door down there, as I recall. Perhaps we should.
Don't you want to try the other corridor?
Yeah.
try.
Let's try the other door first, eh? How about that?
Perhaps. I think this is the way in. That is why it is so well protected. But if you want
Do
to
you want to stick with this then? You want to stick with this? I'm happy
If
to.
you want to try the other corridor, we can. I think that the other corridor might be another thing where we get a ceiling dropped on us. Is all.
You're probably right. All right, we know where we're going in this direction at the very least. That can be perhaps a project in the future.
Do we want to try to take out the stone demon?
The demon in the dark. Well, we're going to have to think of a plan for that, unless this... less vessel, you have a good idea of how you can beat four-armed gargoyles.
Vessel looks to the sand golem and says, "This is my protector, my warrior, my altar, my steed."
Your church,
Oh my God.
yeah. It's your tavern, it's your bleeding bank. We got it.
I don't think that he is so old. I don't think it is okay.
I'm tired already.
He has no marbles.
Marble is far less useful than sand.
Should we try and provoke the creature out into the open and then face it? Is that a good plan, or should we try
I
and?
don't know if it is worth it. We did not see what was in the room that it was stood in. Do we have to get in that room? Is there something important?
Well, there doesn't appear to be much of a way forward from what I recall. Isn't that right? That we kind of met a dead end. We need to find other stuff before we can come back.
I mean,
I don't think
so
we did.
what you
I
encountered was that the corridor into that room with the four-armed gargoyle. You came across the devil's face at the end of the corridor, the mist archway, and all the varying, as you may remember, we crossed out where all the pits are, including the one which was released by a button on the chest.
So I think we've got two options. So I was going to say this before, but we were doing the recap. So I think either we go back into the corridor, close the door where the gargoyle came from, and try and just
shut that in.
a bit quiet, and search for the secret passage that we think could be hidden in one of the pit traps.
That's right. One of them is a passageway.
It said, I can't remember exactly how we got that from the poem, but it says two
pits along the way
will be found to lead to a fortuitous hall or something. So
a fortuitous fall. So
fortuitous fall. So that could be good. Or it does say, go back to the tormentor or through the arch, and you'll get to the second hall. I think that the whole thing about the stones was a decoy, and we just need to go through the fog gate.
Okay.
I think that we overthought it, and actually we passed all the traps, and that we were supposed to go through the smoke, possibly. I'm not sure, but from the poem and reading that, I think that might be. I don't know. Thoughts,
Okay.
feelings?
Let's try. We remember the path. Are we going to have to do the checks to remember the path, or can we just go down
No,
there
you
now that we've
marked
done
them
it?
out, remember,
Yeah.
with chalk.
Yeah.
You know whether, including the one which you deliberately activated.
That's fine.
So yeah, it's just as you go past, none of you close, because the gargoyle would let itself back through into the door, so you don't know if it closed the door or not.
That being the case, can we deliberately activate, but as quietly as possible, the rest of the pit traps so they're all unlocked?
By all means. And yes, there's also Gorgomoth's body. It's been ripped apart, but is still there.
Oh, well, I suppose we can have a look for any potions he might have had on him or boosting.
Well, you say that, but Dom didn't
Boost
spend all
us.
his money, did he? For that.
I think he did, no.
He had some stuff.
We'll definitely give him a quick looting, as we should to every character to slowly improve our chances as we die. So I'm gonna very carefully just edge down this wall.
Before you go forward, you say there is danger inside, says Vessel.
Danger everywhere.
An understatement, but yes. Why?
Then give me a moment at my altar, at my church. My steed, my protector.
Anyone could have come out of that portal. Anyone could have come out of that portal. I just want to say it now.
Anyone could have come out, and we've got Joe Biden.
Vassal goes to the back of his sand golem, which transforms into some form of altar. A sort of sarcophagus emerges out the back, and he prays for probably about 30 seconds, a minute. And as he prays, he inhales sand from his sand golem and swells to twice his size.
What?
And you see he takes righteous might, power, and favor from his
What the hell?
from
Insane.
his god.
Wow. Okay, as you can see there, you might even see now in better detail the mummy body with the beard.
Amazing.
I've put on the face.
Look at him.
Do you have control, by the way, on both Vessel and the golem?
I have control over Vessel and the golem.
Cool.
And these titans of the desert.
I will say this, because you know where the traps are, I'm not going to start morphing him into this space. Because you know where they are, you can direct him to move and shuffle past them all.
Cool.
Later on, though, you may find I have to adjust.
Okay. Glint the rat is... Oh my god.
The door is still open.
Well, I was going to go down, but it looks like Vessel's already on the way. So let's just see what happens if we walk by the door. It might not be bothered if we don't go into where it's guarding.
I was going to very just slyly have a bit of a look, not try and close the door, because I'm not... I mean, I'm relatively quiet, but not as quiet as, the rat. But all I'm going to do is move to here and say, yeah, the door is still open. What? Come in. Shh, very quiet. Close the door. I think that Jacques will hear you stomping down the corridor and will immediately turn about and run back out of the corridor. Nope. No. No.
Okay.
Is there any sound coming from the corridor?
Just the reverberated stomping of this large.
Perhaps an exaggeration, but they're not quite. They're large and huge, respectively. They're not going to be silent.
Yeah.
Well, if that doesn't awaken the brute, I can't think of what will. So I think the rat is going to also make his way down, and he is going to, if unopposed, get to the door, and he's going to pull it closed.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has gone back around his corner.
And then he will continue following the path that we made.
Yeah, avoiding all the crosses. The one you stood on there is fine because that was one that was activated by a separate one, but all the rest are pressure.
Do we want to activate the traps and search for a secret passage within the traps?
Oh yeah,
or do we want to go through the archway?
Of course, you're absolutely right.
Those are the two options in this corridor, from what I can see from the poem.
Was activating them just standing on them? It was, wasn't it? It was sort of making the wrong move.
One where Gorgamoth's body was activated by pushing a switch in a chest. You figured out, Glint. There was like a chest that was protruded from the fresco, and there was a button that if you push would open the trapdoor. All the others were pressure release. So step on, push.
But I think the rat's probably good enough with traps, isn't he, that he can activate them on purpose without standing on them as such.
Can I do a disable device check or something to
Enable device?
Enable device, yeah.
Well, I don't think you disabled any of the devices for these, did you? I thought you just spotted them.
Well, all right, but just use that skill to make the traps fall through.
You know what you're doing. You don't need to roll because you know that just a little bit of pressure from like the butt of a dagger will cause them to drop. So you know you're not too concerned about that.
Okay, so that's what he's going to do then. He's going to meticulously start doing that to all the traps that we are aware of to start. Oh, is that a bad idea? Because we know that are all of them going to be pits?
I mean, we're assuming, but I think there's going to be a secret passage in one of them. So
what
maybe
if one of them explodes?
To reduce the chances of that happening, maybe now that you've opened one, check that to see if you can see a secret passage in it.
Okay.
If there is, you don't need to do the rest.
So opening up this one.
Mike, I'm going to just quickly pat down Gorgamoth's body for potions and items.
Of
that might
course.
Be of use.
Yes, then I will need Dom to give information to you all about what was on Gorgamoth's sheet in terms of items, potions, and the like. Glint, I need a search check from you, please, to see if you can spot anything in here.
Oh, yeah. Well, search happens to be really good for me. If I didn't paste that text back into the roller, that'd be really great. Search. 26.
You are confident that there is nothing in here but the trap.
On Gorgamoth's remains, you find a masterwork axe, mithril, breastplate, a ring of protection, a cloak of resistance, 2, 5 cure serious wounds, 5 cure moderate wounds, 2 lacerations, 1 greater magic weapon, potion, a bag of boulders, and 2 balls strength.
Have you got that on a document or on paper?
Yeah, I've got it on document.
If you could copy that into our chat, and then you guys can take from that when you get a quiet moment.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
also probably about 27,000 gold.
He was rich. He was rich and stinky, if I remember.
In the
He
meantime,
was
How did
stinking.
you have all that money left?
Because I couldn't find things I wanted.
in the meantime, let's just do the health potions because we're always going to need those. So, how many were it, and how much is that divided between the three of us?
5 mod, 5 serious.
Okay.
Just grabbing
In theory, that's 2, 2, and 1, depending on.
I'll take 2 and 2 then. That's fine. I'm not frontline. So 2 mod. Okay.
Actually, mate, you have all of them.
Yeah?
Well, yeah, because the whole thing is that I'm a healer, so I don't need potions. I have a wand anyway of cure moderate wounds. So if I can get to you in time to cure you, you won't even need to use the potions. So,
And then,
wow.
share with Vessel.
Well, I was going to say
if you need.
Vessel wants them, surely.
Yeah, I could take a couple. If I take 2 and 2, because I've not used anything yet. So.
And then you take 3 and 3. I mean,
Fine
take
by
1
me.
and 1 then, Jacques, just because you never know when you might need a potion.
yeah, that's probably a good idea, actually. So what is a cure mod? 1 cure.
And cure mod and cure serious.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Great. He's going to move to the next one, and he's going to try and tell if it's a pit trap.
I'll be honest, with your checks, you know all of these are pits.
Okay, so I'm just going to do the same to this one.
Yeah. So you pop it open, and a search check if you want to see what's in there.
28.
You can't find any indication there is anything in here other than spikes and their poisoned tips.
Tips?
Tips.
Tips.
Poisoned
Tips.
Do you want to do the one under Gorgamoth?
They'll have moved Gorgamoth, so it's not going to be disrespectful and make him drop into a pit.
Just slump him against the wall.
He'll just go dump and open that one with a search check of 22.
You open it and you don't see anything in there. Oh wait, hang on. Firstly, I need to remove control over the body of Gorgamoth to you both. There we go. 22 on the search. You do see something in this. So you open up using the button on the chest, and inside, yes, that you don't see any indication of secret doors. Again, poison spikes, but lying at the bottom is a pair of goggles.
Ooh.
Goggles.
How deep is the pit?
It is a 10-foot drop.
Okay.
I mean, you could probably be lowered down by the golem.
A 10-foot.
Or the golem could probably reach.
You said 10 foot.
Given it's got 15
10
foot
foot
reach.
I mean, the golem would probably reach and wouldn't have any issue with the poison.
Okay. Glint the rat, disappointed, will put away his extendable pole.
No, use the pole. Use the pole.
No, we don't need to now because we've got a bloody old.
I wouldn't want
We've
to
got
step
an
on your
altar.
toes.
We've got a church. We've got a whatever the hell this is with us. We don't need my extendable pole.
This is my pole.
INOAV.
My long arm.
Give you a long arm.
Yes, the golem will reach down. And
I'd like to think maybe the yes, it's just a hand. It's just, and yes, you find a pair of goggles.
it's actually like one of those circus grabbers that they have at the left a bit, right a bit down.
Ah, damn.
I got it.
I would need knowledge arcana to figure out what these are.
I could do
it. DC 13. I'm doing 10 plus the caster level to make it.
Oh, well. I'm already higher than that.
Oh, yeah.
Arcana.
Beautiful. You have found a pair of goggles of day. The lenses of this item are made of silvered crystal. When placed over the eyes, the wearer can operate without penalty in preternaturally bright light, such as might result from a flare, sunbeam, or sunburst spell. A bonus side effect allows vampires a full-round action to dissolution when confronted with sunlight, as opposed to just a partial action.
Goody.
Great.
That's
The most useful goggles I've ever found.
That's it. I will put that in the chat for you.
Wow, let's fight over these.
Jacques was
Like,
like,
at last, some clue to our salvation.
They're not very,
You can see in the day.
they're not very useful.
Great.
Yep.
Also,
You
they're
can
not
see
very
in the
stylish.
day.
They are distinctly average.
Next, you'll be
They're
finding the
little
hat
bit-
of raining.
Last season.
Oh,
Goggles of the day. Great. Thanks.
Great,
Thanks,
thank
Team of
you.
Horrors.
Listen, that'll probably come in real handy when we enter the Chamber of Night.
Yeah, and suddenly there's a flare of light, and we're
Yeah.
like, oh, where are the goggles?
There we go.
my eyes.
Shall we continue?
Let's keep going meticulously.
Yeah, you know the next one as well. You release it. You have a search inside. Give me a check.
Rolling the dice. Apparently 22. I'm really rolling quite low.
Can't see anything in there apart from, again, spikes that have poisoned tips.
God, don't make this do that. And then my search check, not this one.
The final one. Yeah, prop it open and
29 to find.
29. The DC for this one was 25.
Lovely. You found something. Oh, good.
You detect the edges of a one-way secret door.
Hang on.
And how many spikes are all over it? Or...
Oh no! So the spikes are going up, but this is on like one of the walls next to the spikes. But it looks like it opens the other way. It doesn't like it opens where you are. You can try to open it, but you can even see you're trying to open essentially the outline of a secret door from the wrong side. You would take an exceptionally good roll to try it, and I'd only give you the one.
How?
Glint's gonna like crouch on the edge of it, and he'll spit down there, and he'll say, "There's got to be some access for the fiends that want to rob all the bodies that fall in there. At least that's why I'd build that door." Doesn't look like this is going to be a useful passage for us.
I mean, it's the passage itself is. Let me get.
Unless, can I lure myself in there without impaling myself, or is that going to be impossible?
You can give me a reduced reflex save because you're not falling in, but there is still risk considering the amount of poison spikes in there that you might poison yourself by accident.
I just think, why... There's the secret door, but guess what? We can't use the secret door. It's a push door, and we're trying to pull it.
So annoying!
Like, what?
So
we can't use the door, basically, unless...
You can attempt an open lock, but the DC is quite high. The DC is 30.
Vessel, old pal that I've just met.
that?
Can your... Is your golem affected by poison in any way?
This is my steed, my altar, my church, my protector. It's not alive to be affected by poison.
Reckon he could lower me so I don't go on the spikes, and then I can pick the door.
He will be your elevator, your escalator, your lift.
Right. I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to go out on a limb for all of us, okay? And I want you all to remember this. Glint will ask the great golem to lower him towards the door so he can reach down, but without being on the spikes, basically.
Is that entirely achievable, a DC 30 open lock for you?
How do you... Did we know it was DC 30?
I told you.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry, I must have missed that totally. Yeah, I can do it. It's not going to be easy, but
This is a
it's
one
achievable.
shot. So
I can give you a. Well, then I'll give you a boost in that case. The
Okay, what's the boost?
the Bandonian comes out and he starts playing his French cafe music, his accordion. And there it is. Love it.
I've got two. So you got this fun one. You got a slightly.
And he will do. It's going to be inspire competence, I guess.
Yeah, I feel really competent right now.
You got a bit of jazz in Paris.
Yeah, it feels like this is the perfect music to fuck up royally to, doesn't it? To just be like, oh god, this went wrong.
Thanks, YouTube copyright.
So inspire competence, get a +2 on skill checks. Oh,
35, baby, whilst being lowered by the golem.
Jacques will continue to play that music, but please turn it down.
Please turn it down.
What is this delightful tune?
It is smoking music, and he will pull out a very long cigarette and keep playing.
Can you teach my creature? You could be its muse. It's very well.
You find, yes, the door is unlocked.
I'm not a teacher.
Alright, so with the door unlocked, Glint will now point to the golem and say, now, you want to give that a push. My job is done.
It's pull. So you with it locked, you've kind of popped it out, so you can now actually get around and pull it open.
Okay. I still ain't doing it. I've unlocked it. One of you can open it.
You can still fuck off.
Yeah, you can still fuck off.
So Vessel is able to kind of get its sand and just sort of the crack, and then
I am Vessel. This is my altar, my church, my steed.
Oh. What's going on with my mic? There we go. And then the door opens to reveal, okay, it's 5 foot there, but actually about a 3 foot crawl space. So 3 foot by 3 foot crawl space. It just about opens, and you can see it's about a foot of stone. And you can see it just hits some of the spikes, and it gives you access to a 3 foot by 3 foot crawl space. Vessel, your golem can't get in that. I will just say now.
Who wants to volunteer?
In fact, you won't be able to fit in there, Vessel.
Too magnificent to fit in such a pitiful hole.
So we've gone through all this bother, and now we can't even bleeding use the hole. Right, well...
Glint and Jax could.
Glint and Jack certainly could.
He's going to crouch and he's going to look.
No, it is Jacques. The S is silent.
Sorry, Jacques.
Jackers.
I'm not in Mortal Kombat.
Does it look like if we took a jump for it, we could avoid the spike? It doesn't sound like there's any getting there without going on spikes.
Well, the golem can lower you. He lowered you enough to reach it. He could lower you enough to go into it.
He can get you in. I won't assassinate.
Can just chuck you in.
Pretty much. But you can get in with the golem, avoiding the spikes.
But you're not going to come with us, Vessel, if we go through here. What are you going to do?
Well, it must be a way to open up something. It is good to exploit.
All right, fine. Golem, if you wouldn't mind doing the honours, I'm going to do my very best to do this quietly.
I would, of course, I would go for it, but if I go, I have to stop playing the music and...
Very good. No, this is my job. I understand what I signed up for. Not that I actually signed up for this job, but never mind. Lower me in, please.
In you
It's an easy
go.
plus 2 on skills, mate, while I'm playing, so just in case while you're going in there.
Oh, I can't select my boy without selecting the golem.
Let me move him for you.
Yes, I gave you control of the golem for...
So I can
There you
see
go.
So is
Yes.
that alright? Can I just be lowered in?
Yeah, I'll say you can get in, so we'll just move you into the passage, and we'll say that's all fine. Do you have any form of dark vision, by the way? Because you can see this corridor gets quite dark.
Hey, you know, that pair of goggles that we recently derided.
I don't think they give you a...
They don't give you light. They
One
prevent
second.
you.
They're
Well,
let you see
throw
in
them
the
in the
light.
bin then. We don't need them.
I will cast...
I think I actually have something for this, but it's not my go-to. I have a sun rod, but of course a sun rod means you become a gleaming beacon of come and kill me, so I'm hesitant to use that.
Do you have just a
I
torch?
have dancing lights.
Yeah, I have
I
a
was going to
torch.
cast
I have a
that
torch,
will
yeah.
follow you in. And
Oh,
essentially
dancing
you don't
lights.
have to hold them.
I'll take dancing lights.
So up to 4 glowing spheres of light, which look like will-o-wisps, or 1 faintly glowing, vaguely humanoid shape. Dancing lights must stay within a 10-foot radius area in relation to each other, but otherwise move as you desire. Medium, 100-foot plus 10-foot per level. So essentially, they're just gonna. I'll cast it around.
You can cast it on
Sort of
something, right?
glint. Well, no, they're sort of free moving, so they'll just go with you down the corridor, slow down the opening,
That's fine.
slowly, and light it.
Okay.
Just little glowing orbs above you.
Yeah, I will say for this, I haven't done that kind of lighting on this bit, but just as an FYI, I will be asking if I need light from you. But yes, you can see in this crawl space. Do you crawl and follow it?
He does, but Glint is gonna reach to his gloved hand and go and slap the ring. And he'll say, "Blink,
say
you
it?
miss me."
Thank you.
As Blink activates the ring of blinking, so if something does go at him, there's a chance it might just miss him. And
So
with
Blink-
Be careful while you are putting your hands on your feet. In case the corridor decides to... the little scroll space slam shut.
at this point, Glint's obviously like on his front in the dark, just listening to your words, and just doesn't say anything, and then like just slowly starts arching
Listening to
forwards.
the melodic accordion, just getting a little quieter behind you.
Yes.
Is this where I die? Is this where I die? And he goes round the corner.
This
Yeah,
is
you
horrible
see-
because we can't see what you're doing. We can't see anything you're doing. Just your face. Oh no.
What is
Glint's
it?
gonna shout back through the hole. It's literally miles down here. Miles of crawl space.
Oh,
Miles.
It's 50 foot of crawl space.
I can't even tell if there must be a turning down there, but I can't fully tell. I think there's a turning at the bottom, which goes to my right, which would be the west of this map.
Yeah.
Well, you're going
If I'm going
Straight
south, you imagine
that
it.
way, right? From the map. You're
So
going.
if we're looking directly at the map, at the screen in front of us at the moment, it goes down 50 feet, and there appear to be, I think, 1, maybe 2, 3 passages that go to the left of the screen.
Right.
No left.
So you've gone. I'm gonna. This is a guess because this is where it should be. But I'm gonna ping the screen so you can see where I'm thinking. It goes that way.
Correct. But
And
about
then it
here.
goes.
So there's a turning here.
Well, don't you ping it because you can't.
Oh well.
We can't
Actually,
see it there.
there isn't one there. I don't think anyway. So that's wrong.
So it goes down this direction after that. We think.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so it doesn't go up, which actually means it probably is heading further into the
There's
tomb,
definitely
right?
there's definitely a fair few ways down here, by the looks of it. Shouts Glint.
I mean, best of luck, because we don't know. I mean,
Do you want me to proceed? I mean, it seems like
I don't know what else we're gonna do. Yeah.
All right, I'll look down one of them, and all the while, he's gonna take out his extendable 10-foot pole. And he's gonna have it in front of him. So when he's crawling forward, he's going to be like testing things, and he's going to try and search as he's going down. And I know this is meticulous and boring, but the dungeon wants to be meticulous at me. I'll be meticulous back.
Perhaps I can help you a little bit.
How's that?
And I'll need...
I will reach into my bag of tricks. I just need to remind myself what actually is in the bag of tricks. Here we go. He'll reach into his bag of tricks, and it is a D100 as to what he actually pulls out. 53. Oh, that's beautiful. A rat. He actually pulls a rat out of the bag of tricks, and he tells the rat to... we follow instruction, essentially. The instruction from you, I think, can either be go or stop. That's basically, I suspect, all you can tell it to do.
Okay.
Because it's not going to follow detailed instruction, but you can tell it to go ahead or stop, so it can test ahead of you as well.
Cool. That's amazing.
And that'll just stay with you until it dies.
Yeah, well, in that case, then Glint will wait for the rat to, like, drop down next to him, and then he's going to say... move for go, and then he'll say stop.
Yeah, it can follow any commands described in the handle animal skill, so actually it can probably do more than that, but that's basically the idea.
Move 5 feet and then stop, and then move forward again when I say.
The rat does so.
Again.
It does.
Again.
It does.
Again.
It does.
Again.
I'm going to see if I have a rat. It does.
Again.
It moves to the end of the corridor.
Oh my god.
And it doesn't seem to trigger anything.
Go into a turning if you can see one.
There's a turning right at the bottom that heads west.
He's going to shout, go into another turning down the corridor.
It only seems to go into that one at the end.
Right, so there's only one then. I think you should come with me. It's quite some distance. Or I can fall back and Matt you muted.
Shit, sorry. I don't think I can play my music and crawl.
What you could go on your back, play while sliding, inching. I think that's legit.
Hang on. Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, the bandonion is what he plays. I can't say he's just singing. It doesn't work. That is his bardic instrument, so I think I'm going to have to stop playing if I come as well.
There's the rat, by the way, at the bottom of the corridor.
Do you want me to look round? I can go down there and have a look round, but I am wary of us getting divided.
You can. You know, there's no traps in that bit, so
at least not any that a rat would activate.
At least any other rat. At least not any a rat would activate. Yes,
but not this.
I mean,
rat
the rat's
either.
not trying to be careful in any way, so hopefully that.
Okay, so Glint the rat is going to make his way crawling down the passage, still keeping an eye out, searching all the way.
Do you want to give me? If you're moving essentially at half speed, I would need 3 search checks.
28.
28. Just
Your +2.
Oh yeah, +2, so,
So
30,
30.
30.
38.
6.
Or
So I
36.
added it for the last one, so 36.
You added 3.
19, 20. Oh yeah, sorry. 35.
Yeah, you don't find anything of note in this crawl space up to that corner. So you can go up to the corner and there'll be nothing there of note.
He gets to the corner.
Now let me explain, because there is
Oh
reason
God, you're
for
so
this.
expressive, Rob.
Rob, the passageway actually extends from where you are 20 feet.
I should have seen
No.
that before. Come on. Oh, it's the rat. Thank.
That's the rat.
Oh god, I had a heart attack. I thought, what's that around the corner?
It's like a giant
it's my
rat.
own rat. Yeah, jeez.
Like giant.
It's a rat. It's no bigger than your hand.
Okay, fine. It's giant, but it's there so you can see the rat.
Yeah. Okay.
Brilliant.
Otherwise, you won't see the rat. It will be hidden. Yes, that corridor does extend another 20 feet, and it looks like there is a turning south at the end of that.
So it just goes back on
However,
itself. Oh god.
No, it goes down.
Oh.
So it goes across, then down. The reason being you can't see it is because, as per the design of the Tomb of Horrors, some of the passageways go under certain parts and areas of dungeons and rooms and everything.
Oh right.
So
Okay.
that's just the way the
Right.
map's been designed. So you are in a certain place, but as
You're like underneath the rest of the Tomb of Horrors right now. That's the thing. You're in the crawl space beneath it.
if you want to continue crawling, yes, we can do a search check, but I'll move you to the next viable point.
Do we want to try going through the archway before you go off on your own too far?
It looks like it's going to take me even deeper into the dungeon, and God knows what. If something happens to me then, there's
I
no
think
way
then
you're going to be able to
we
help
can't
me.
you.
And I'll
So
die.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think now that we know, I think that's a crawl space underneath. It's a good idea we've got. It's a thing we can explore further if we have to, but I think we should go through that archway.
Are you giving anything more there, or are you going to head back?
Well, can you just have a look round there? I know you say that I can't be moved there, but
Yes.
can I at least peer down to see what I see?
Yes, so as I say, it's a straight corridor with a turning at the end. Can you give me are you doing any searches? If
I
you
guess
were to
where
have a
he
look?
is right there, yeah, but he's not going to move any further.
Yep, that's
and
fine.
that's with +2, so 20 this time because of maths. 37.
The DC is 25. It looks like here, which, can you see my
I can.
circle? Yeah. Although you can't see the pathway because of just how the map's designed, actually, if you're crawling there, it looks like there's a plug, essentially, leading up to somewhere above you. So there's something like loose you could remove to see what was above there. Also, there is a turning at the corner there, so you could have a look and see what's around that corner.
Shall I at
if you
least
wanted.
look, guys? I'll
Doesn't
look.
hurt to look.
I'll look. Because otherwise this was all for nothing. I'll look.
So you want to look around the corner or the plug?
I'm disturbed by the plug. Okay.
This is the terminology.
Why is it
Brain,
a
isn't
plug?
it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
He's gonna try and examine.
If it's a plug.
Look, I
If
got
this is all
37 for
water.
my search. Does that mean, or do I have to do another one to examine it?
The plug.
Well, surely I can just see it if it's just there. That didn't like.
You've spotted it, so you can kind of like a sewer
But
grate.
I wanted
almost.
I wanted to check to see if it was trapped. That's what I mean. I don't want to like go for it and then it explode.
Oh, pardon me. You can see there is no trap on this. The
Okay.
fact it was a DC 25 search, so
That's
and
what I
you're in a
was
crawl
saying. I didn't
space.
want to do another roll because that was really good and that was on it, so that's fine. He will, in that case, with it balanced on his head like a cartoon, so it looks like a hat. He's gonna use that to peer up.
What I'm going to do now is put you somewhere, and you'll see where you pop out.
I'm gonna hide and do it silently as well.
Give me those rolls before
It's just
I.
like face to face with like a necromancer.
I mean,
With a lich.
I think your shadow explorers has just triggered what's in the room, but we'll see if
That's a 34 on the hide.
That's Heidi.
And then move silently is the same. 26.
It's pretty quiet.
it is. I need to exit. So you pop your head up. Oh, that's the rat. But the other rat into a room. And you literally, it's like a loose bit of stone. It's on your head. You just lift up. And it's almost, if you're in the room, you'd be going, oh, that's just a loose bit of stone. It's just raised up. It's a trip hazard. Actually, no, it's Glint, the rat, pushing it up with his head to have a look.
And Glint the rat's eyes widen with joy.
Is there anything else you want to do at this point, or are you going to...
So Glint's going to call back and he's going to say, there are 3 chests in this room. There doesn't appear to be an exit from them. This appears to be the only way in, from what I can see.
Let me give you the full description. This chamber is bare, but for 3 conspicuous chests, each about 4 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 3 feet deep. One appears to be gold. The second is silvery, and the third is constructed of hardy oak, banded with thick bronze.
Anything in that riddle we read about 3 chests? He shouts back.
I would suggest don't open anything. Don't open anything.
Yeah, we'll come back here, I think. So that I didn't miss anything in that description. There's no other way in here by the looks.
You would need to do a proper search of the room to do that, but
Yeah.
you're literally just looking in. So as far as you're aware, you don't know yet. You'd have to go into the room to examine it.
That's fine as it is then. He's going to go back down and he's going to then look around that corner you mentioned as well, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So
You can see that going around the corner leads to another door. Now, this actually looks similar to...
the pit door.
Yes, it looks like the other side is potentially... This looks like the sort of the safe side of where you are, but it has a similar effect to the pit door, but you're on the other side of it, if that makes sense. So it's a similar response to where you are, but the other end.
Glint the rat is going to examine the door to see if it's locked and trapped, if that's okay.
By all means.
Search, yeah?
Yep.
33.
33. Let me just check.
I like being able to find traps. I never usually play characters that can find traps.
Give me a moment. There is no trap, but you can see it's intrinsically linked to a mechanism in the room. So you would need to do a disable device to open it.
Fine, it's linked to that room. No other questions required right now.
You could do a disable device from the side you're on, but unless to do that, you would need to.
But you don't know if that door is going to in any way lead back to us, and you could just be progressing in the dungeon right now without.
Yeah, that door is definitely going to lead further and further away. So Glint will remember this, and he's going to come back.
I'm going to move you then into the previous...
No, just move me back to the guys now. He's coming back. Yep. Give us a hand, Golan. Thank you. Glint will give a very lengthy explanation of what it looked like, and he's also, I'm going to say, he's going to use some parchment to draw the map as we know it, so we at least have like a visual representation that even if all of our characters die, anyone else discovering this will learn the the layout of the tomb. So he's trying to draw
chances we'll all die.
Yeah, what are the chances? But still.
Oh, there's an invisible clock ticking. I'm just waiting till it reaches 0.
So that
Actually,
means
that's kind
that
of
the others.
So in which case, could you, Mike, since you have access to it and Dent has drawn it, can you just draw a simple, like a line along the passageway that he took, so that we have a, so that we've not, because obviously we haven't seen it, but he's drawn it for us. So
Yes. I mean, I don't know if you're
there's a representation on the map, just to give us a bit of an idea of the bearings of it.
Do you mean ping it, mate? So you can see where it is. Like,
no, I mean like draw on the map.
You won't see it though. You only draw on visible terrain, I believe.
Oh, you can't see.
I don't think you'd see it, mate. It'd still be concealed. I'll ping. So look, if this is obviously where I went in.
Yeah.
And then I crawl to here.
Right.
You see that?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Then here, I popped up and there was a like 20 by 20 room. Could be a bit more.
30
by 30. And then there was a short corridor that only went to here. And then that was where the other door was that apparently is linked to the 4 chests in that room.
No, that it's linked to something on the other side of the door.
Right, okay.
Not the plug.
No,
that's not anything to do with those chests.
Okay, fine. Anyway, that's
since
where
we are out of options as far as where we are going to go. As the fog gate essentially it came back on shortly after.
It was literally only off for a couple of rounds, so you had enough time to go through. In which case,
I think that the best thing to do here is to go through that fog gate. Well, I've been playing Dark Souls for many years. I'm I'm very inclined towards a fog gate.
Well, you can go first then, absolutely.
But I like to buff with everything before. Golden Vow.
burn through your supplies. Absolutely.
It's all well and good saying I go first, and I will go first. But if I get transported somewhere else, which is what I'm hoping will happen, you're not going to know. So you might as well just follow me straight away anyway.
All right, then. Let's do that then.
But I will leave it to you. And he does this. And he goes through the fog gate.
You step through the fog gate. Are you all immediately following?
No, not immediately.
No, I don't think we are.
You might get immediately disintegrated the second he steps in and just explodes.
We let it happen first.
Jacques the Bad. You step through, and to all of your eyes, Jacques just vanishes. Jacques, you appear in a miserable 10-foot square iron cubicle, appearing to have absolutely no means of egress. It is bare of all but except for 3 iron levers, each about 1 foot long, on one wall of the chamber. Your face.
This is not what I wanted. I don't want to pull levers. I'm just saying now.
Go, Matthew. Would you like the sand golem to go next?
I was really hoping. Yeah, because that'd be really funny.
Grim decided that he's definitely going last.
Stifle, Matthew.
It's what, sorry?
I really wish you hadn't come through.
Well, you have no means now of telling them that, and you said to them to go through. So we're going to cut to
whoever wants to come through next.
The 2 of you. You have seen Jacques go through.
Well, I went first last time, and he sort of shrugs and gestures to the door.
Why? Why a giant golem? You psychopath.
Jacques, you remember what you told us, though. Surely if you act quickly, you might be able to save yourself.
Yeah. I think we would, currently knowing that previously going in that direction teleported you to the other end of the corridor, we would at least wait a little bit.
And look.
If I appeared at the end of the corridor.
That's a good point.
Well, I mean, I'll try the door, but I feel like the problem here is, mate, trying the door...
Oh, I'm so sorry. Trap, isn't it? You shouldn't be able to see that door. That was from Rob earlier. Spoilers.
I don't know what door you
Oh,
mean.
okay. I didn't know there was a door, and I'm not going to be able to find that door, so he hasn't got a clue there's a door there. Take
No,
it back.
you would need to do a
Okay,
radically
and
high search check.
I can't do that.
Pull one
sort
of the
thing.
levers.
I don't want to. I'm not a trap person. I don't know which lever to pull.
Well, I'm
And
not
if I
going
pull the wrong
next.
lever, I'll probably die.
I'm not going
If you
next.
don't pull anything,
Do you know what?
golem's coming through.
I think that he
going, he's
realizes that a golem is about to step through and crush him to death. So I don't think he will be crushed to death, but if two come through at once that are large, it could get nasty. So I think he's going to pull.
Could easily
It's
suffocate.
huge.
He's going to pull the first lever.
This is a 10-foot square, like 10 foot wide, 10 foot high.
Yeah. So this is going to get nasty if it comes through as well. We're going to be like, this is us for the rest of time. So he's going to pull the first lever,
You pull the first lever.
doing it in a bit of a panic.
We're going to do a couple of these before we go back.
Not this
Nothing happens when you pull one lever. The first one on the left.
All right. He will pull the one on the end because he doesn't want to just do one, then two, then three.
You pull
so he'll
the
do
third
the one
one.
nearest to him now, right in front of him,
Yep.
and then he'll do the one on the opposite corner.
The third, if I go like as screen 1, 2, 3, you then do
The problem
three.
is pinging it just gives you a very general. So that one,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
and then that one.
The third one, you all the levers like this, so you kind of go kunk. Nothing happens.
And then he'll pull the middle one. This is all happening. Melt! Fucking golem!
Nothing happens.
Melt! He'll flick them all back up again, and he'll try pulling them in a different order.
I will say this. So they're like this. So you're moving them individually up and down. Nothing's happening. You're now doing each individually in different orders and different.
No! Wait, he won't do that. He's not
Stop.
entirely stupid. He'll
Stop.
try and.
You figure that. We've been too long. You playing levers. You two.
Yeah, we have.
Sorry, you three up here. Now, Jacques said he was expecting you to follow. You've been looking up the corridor, and he's not appeared.
I stand by what I just said, which is Glint will look back and says,
You bastard.
I went first last time.
You know what.
He said that before you went in there.
You're still.
Clint, you are my scout, my ranger, my outrider.
My big fat ass.
You're telling me to go next?
I will guard our van. I will protect the rear.
Fine. But don't...
I just really don't want to get stuck.
Well, you better do a good job and guard us well, then.
You don't know what's going to be on the
Personally,
inside.
I don't want to get stuck.
Glint's going to say, wait here, then. And he's going to go through.
Well, don't wait. No, because then he'll never come through. Oh, God, I don't know how far in the dungeon I even am.
So at this point, unless Vessel you decide to follow through in a moment, which you don't know what's on the other end, I do wish to remind you for the metagaming.
Yeah, I know.
You step through Glint, and you appear in a miserable 10-foot square iron cubicle next to Jacques. It appears to have absolutely no means of egress. It appears bare of all but dust except for 3 iron levers, each about 1 foot long on one wall of the chamber.
Oh, God.
We are about to get crushed by a golem if it comes through quickly. I think we have to pull all 3 at once. I have tried them all separately.
Wait, don't... You haven't pulled them already, have you?
I've pulled all 3 separately. Nothing has happened.
In what order?
This one, then that one, then this one.
Okay.
And then you've done quite a few individually.
I have. I did say I tried a few orders, but I'm
The rat
being
does a
very,
search
quick about
check. 31.
Uh,
He's just going to search everywhere around him, including the levers and anything else.
Search check. Okay, let me see. 31. You are. You see. You don't see anything. However, your dungeon sense is kicking in because you encountered very close to here a door.
How do I
From the
know
other-
here, though? I wouldn't know where I am. I've just been teleported
You
somewhere.
would have absolutely no idea. You're in a cube. You
Good
could
point,
Be
good
100
point.
miles
But
away.
if I know that door's there, then I might recognise the door from the other
No,
end.
you're
But I
right.
don't know the door's there, do I?
You don't know.
Do I
I'm
not
afraid.
spot that there's a door with
Really?
31?
No, the DC is 35, so you missed it on that
Wow.
search.
I think we should try pulling all 3 levers at exactly the same time.
All right.
All right. I will take
Wait.
these 2. You take that one. Are you ready?
This is important. Down or up? Up or down? Are you going kakunk or kakunk?
Well, I mean, I've reset them. Every time I did it, I would have reset them
Yep.
back upwards.
Okay.
I think we're pulling them down.
Okay.
Wait, because it will have run out. Blink. Ready?
Okay.
Down? We're pulling them down?
So you're both going kakunk.
Wait.
I have nothing that I can do really to boost us here. My bardic music. I will have only just stopped playing, I guess, the bardic music as I came through because I didn't go anywhere. So it depends how many rounds it's been.
Beware of trembling hands. What will more... I was just seeing if there was anything in the poem about levers. I don't think there is.
Mike, how many rounds has it been since I stepped through into this room?
Surely it's only been 2, because otherwise a vessel would have come through.
Well, you did spend a couple of rounds looking up the corridor. So it was, for when these guys, when you went through, it was about 3 rounds worth, about 15 to 20 seconds of waiting,
Right.
looking up the
That's cool.
corridor. Then Glint went through.
I'm willing
so
to
it's
say
however long.
I'm willing to say it's even more than that. Maybe say it's 4 rounds or 5 rounds. I've still got 5 rounds of bardic music on us, even though I've stopped playing.
Which way are we pulling the lever?
So we're still on +2 for skills at the moment.
Cool.
For 5 more rounds. So we're pulling down because I put them back up again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All at the same time. It's all I can think of.
We
unless
literally
you
have
have another
no
idea.
other means of discovering...
No chance. We're in a metal coffin. We're buried alive.
Pretty
right
much.
now. And we're
Pretty much.
crushed by a golem. You can see absolute fear. Jack's eyes are huge. It's like we are going to get crushed by golem ass.
Let's pull them down, okay?
3.
In 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Kakunk. Can you both make a reflex save?
Oh no. No. Sure. Probably not.
That music, does that give us a boost to saves, mate?
No, it's only on skills at the minute, mate. It's what I said initially.
Okay.
And I think in order to swap it to a different thing, you have to use another charge of bardic music. So
Here we go. 31.
31 and 23.
23 for Jack.
Oh, fun and joys. The floor, which you didn't spot earlier, Glint, drops beneath you. And it drops into a big drop. Jacques, you fall 100 feet.
Okay. I am wearing a ring of featherfall.
Oh, so you do fall 100 feet. Now, for the sake of visuals, you're in a room below you, but you are directly beneath you, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Glint, you actually pass the reflex save. How do you not fall in?
It's, oh god, is it a Bond film where the elevator... It is, it's The Spy Who Loved Me. The elevator falls, the floor falls out beneath him, but he just throws his feet like that. So he's got it like on the tiny lips of the trapdoor on either side, and then he has to push himself, so he's like pressed against the wall, but he doesn't want to miss this opportunity of freedom. So as soon as that happens, he's going to start trying to climb down.
I'll tell you now, you quickly see there is no way to climb. If you go down, that it's sheer metal. You will just slide.
Then he'll
Yeah.
just stay
You've
where
got to
he
make
is.
because
Yeah.
you look, you judge, and almost within 6 seconds of it being open, the floor seals back up again. At this point,
it's separated. No.
at this point,
I'm not dead. At least not yet.
for
Anyway.
the sake of everything going on, I'm also going to give visual on Jacques to Vessel, so Dom, you can actually see what's going on here, so you're not
Now
completely...
Glint the rat is going to get crushed by a
Cool.
cat.
At this point, Vessel is about to step through. Glint, the trap has just reset. All the 3 levers are now pointing down, and the floor has sealed. Jacques, you are in... Oh, I need to roll you some damage because you fell 100 feet.
Featherfall.
No, you didn't. Yes, thank you very much.
He floated.
You fell, but you took no damage. Jacques, I don't need to give you a spot check for this. You can see in this small area of this trap, it is home to various detritus of past victims, including a colony of horrible little creatures known... Well, you don't know what they're known as, but there's 8 of them, 2 beneath you, 8 in total. And that is where we're going to take a quick break.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Before we jump in, and we will need, Jacques, you to roll initiative, our party has been separated. Oh dear.
I don't know who's got it worse now: death by a lot of little creatures, or death by one big fat golem ass crushing you against the wall.
It's not just one big golem; it's him and a large vessel.
I know. All 3 of them are just going to be minced.
I
You
have
find
some
a way out
rules
quick.
I need to look up, because I need to look up constriction by a tight space.
Crushing.
Pretty much. So we're going to take a quick break. For those of you who haven't already, please do give us a like and subscribe. And do please also ring the bell to be notified of any upcoming videos for Let's Dig Up. And we'll be back after this brief message.
See you in a bit.
And we are jumping straight in to initiative order, which we have just rolled. We find ourselves, for those of you who saw us before the break, in a dire situation. A party split. 1 about to go through a portal. 1 trapped in a small room, 10 foot by 10 foot. And our final party member trapped 100 feet below that room after having pulled those 3 levers. Glint the rat, you go first in initiative.
Just saying, I actually think it's gone better than we thought it was going to.
All things considered.
Yeah.
Glint the rat is going to quickly as he can go into his belongings, in which he has how long is the rope? He has some rope on him. He has 100 foot of rope with a grappling hook on it.
Okay.
And he is looking around. Other than the levers, is there anywhere that he can lodge his grappling hook into? Even
no.
the little bit that he used to stand on when he stopped himself from falling?
Not sufficiently. You could use the levers, but it would have to... how you'd stop them sliding off.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have time to think about that, so it's going to have to be there. So
I will say...
It's fine, don't worry.
You also now know there is a door beneath you.
Yeah.
Which
No.
first search check didn't reveal, but now that has been revealed.
He is 100% ready for that. So what he's going to do is he's going to get the hook, and you can tell me how much of this I can do in my turn, but this is the plan. He's going to lodge the hook over one of the levers, then lead the rope over all of the levers, so the rope is then taut over the top of the 3 levers, and then he's going to be ready to pull the levers down.
You can do that in a round, but they are all currently pointing down.
So he can't activate this until next round, is what you're
So
saying.
you have, firstly, you'd have to use the rope or do it individually, lift all them up, and then do it again, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so he basically wants to be ready to use his rope with the grappling hook along the last one to pull all 3 down at the same time. That's the plan.
Okay, so you use your move action to... well, no, you can do a free 5-foot step, move action to pull your rope out from your belongings, and then your standard action to wrap
set it
them
up.
around.
Yeah.
Except it's underneath the levers right now because they're all pointing down. So you then have to use an action.
So the levers don't reset when the floor resets.
The levers didn't reset. The floor reset, but the levers didn't. But you can still do that. You just spend an action pulling, reset, and pull, because a pulling is going to be an action next turn. You could then shift it and do it again. So you could do it in one round, but you need to do it up then down. But they're prepped to do that, so that's what you did this turn.
He just wants to be ready to pull them down to open the door again. That's what he's.
Yes,
that's his turn then, I guess.
That's all fine.
By the way, his ring of blinking is still active.
That's okay. We now cut to these creatures that are with you, Jacques the Bard. 8 small creatures. I don't know if you can see them all.
That are all going first. Yeah, I can't actually find myself at the moment. Oh, no, I can. I'm struggling to find myself.
There you go. I've pinged.
I've got me. What are they? What even are they?
I will give you a knowledge religion check. DC 13.
Oh, I have knowledge religion 13.
Oh, you know what these are then? These are tomb motes.
Oh, you're so cute.
They are pretty much tiny undead that have also formed from like the last remnants of like little bits of bones and dust and dead flesh that have formed into this tiny mote of a being. Really small human. There's tiny, actually, a tiny humanoid, and there's 8 of them. And
So
unfortunately for you, all of them go first as they act in group initiative. And for the most part, because of their size, they can all pretty much take a 5-foot step and just attack you. So there's going to be...
They've got to be in my square, haven't they? Yeah, that's fine.
All these creatures in the dark, and do you have dark vision?
Yeah, I think I do.
Oh, you do? Because
no, I have low light vision.
It's enough because they're in your space and next to you, so you can make them out. But these tiny dark specks that are just coming at you now, and they all now, for the sake of this, I'm going to say within your square. But it's just going to be easier for me to not.
Yeah, it's fine. They're in my square. It's totally fine.
What's your armor class?
My armor class is 19.
19. Okay. The first one, I'm going to do these eventually in bulk, or at least rapid fire. The first one attacks. It misses. But one thing you notice, these things are horribly quick. In fact, they can attack twice. So
I'm going to get hit, aren't I? Someone's going to roll a 20 at some
that's
point.
Come 2 on. Of them. I'm now going to roll 14 more attacks.
Just roll it all and we'll count up the victories.
1. Possibly a critical. Just a hit. 2.
2.
So how many is that in total?
That's 2 hits.
1.
Somebody
2,
else
3.
Count the amount of attacks and I'll count the hits.
So there's been 6 at the moment, so just keep that in mind. We've got 10 more to do.
And I've been hit twice.
So, no, yes, no, Is that 1, 2, 3, 4,
hits.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Your short one. Miss. So how many is that? 3 hits.
3 hits.
Death by 1,000 cuts. Here we go. 2 plus. I realise I should just do it in bulk. Oh.
The minimum you can do on a damage is 1.
So you get 4 points of damage in total. And I need...
minimum is 1, right.
Yes, so you get 4 points of damage. This is going to take a while before...
Hit points are on the back, of course.
Yeah.
There we go. So...
It's okay, though, because you're about to get landed on.
Oh, no, Jacques is okay.
Not based on what Glint's plan is.
Very good. Okay.
Can you make me a fortitude saving throw 3 times?
Damn it. You motherfucker.
Of course, it's
Motherfucker.
Hang on. What? I'm actually
You've got to
asking
state
you.
the DC, please, Michael.
I'm the one that cast it. What does Hero's Feast do again? It gives you a bonus to that. I think it's +2. I'll check.
You just said we didn't get a boost to saves when I asked about the reflex.
No. I said that my bardic music doesn't give you a boost to saves. Hero's Feast, however, gave you a boost to saves from the very beginning.
Oh, well, I could have added that to my reflex then. That's good to know.
You were fine with your reflex.
I know, but I still could do with more.
Never.
Okay, 1d8 plus
Exactly.
1 point per 2 casts, so it was 13 extra hit points.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting a +1 morale bonus on attack rolls and will saves.
Good to know.
So I get a plus nothing. It's on will saves. God damn it.
That's all right.
Cured of all
13.
diseases, sickness, and nausea. Becomes immune to poison
Was the previous one?
and immune to fear effects.
Sorry, the first things.
Oh, cured of all diseases and sickness and nausea, but not immune to them. So 3.
DC 13 until you fail. Pass. 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 You resist any possible infection that could come your way.
Great work.
We now cut to you, actually. It's now your turn, and then we go to the vessel.
Wicked. I'm just looking up. So, my Wand of Magic Missile, max level. Just how many it can fire out. That's 5th edition. Why am I looking there?
Is it 5?
So
5d4 plus
every
5?
2 caster levels, a maximum of 5 missiles at 9th level, and 1d4 plus 1 points of force damage. So I can fire out 5 separate ones.
Yep.
With just one cast, basically.
Cool.
It only uses 1 charge. So the Wand of Magic Missile is right there in the side of his Bandonian, ready to go. Yeah. But
that will provoke 8 attacks
out
opportunity.
My God.
Will it? Damn.
I'm pretty certain using a wand in close combat provokes an attack of opportunity. Standard action.
I mean, he's going to try and take care of them as quickly as possible, isn't he? That's basically the idea here.
You'll be fine.
He has got ways of healing.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead. That's going to provoke 8 attacks of opportunity. Go ahead.
Armor class 19.
That's 19, still 19, yeah.
And this will only happen, they won't get the speed with this. Hit.
So...
Hit.
What?
Miss.
Oh my God.
Miss. Is there one more? I think so.
Yeah. One more.
Miss. So
Miss.
that was a pretty good way to
4.
start.
That's 4. They got more hits on me than the fucking actual
This will be
attacks.
worth it, because they'll get us blow them smithereens with that.
I mean, I hope so, but it's still only 1d4 plus 1.
So you take 9 points of damage. And can you make 4 fortitude saves, please? DC 13.
With your bonuses.
Without your bonuses, because there are no bonuses.
Yeah, there's no bonus. It's just the will saves. I was wrong. Damn it. Okay. So 4.
DC 13. Pass.
3.
Pass.
Oh,
Fail! Rob, I'm going to...
Last one.
Oh, 1 day. Okay.
Oh, it's an incubation. I'm fine.
Don't rest for the night.
I feel a bit iffy, but I'm fine. However, 5 separate magic missiles will hit 5 separate creatures.
Yes.
Okay.
So we might as well just go from the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the one that's down here will get nothing, but the others will get hit 1 each.
So, top right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 2 underneath you as well, but
I
fine.
see. Just whichever ones you like, really.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
Roll
they will
me
each get hit. Do you want to get hit? Do you want me to roll the damage 5 different times, or just once, and they each get that amount of damage?
5 different times because you're hitting 5 different targets.
Okie dokie. So 1 gets 3 points of damage.
Yep.
2 points of damage. Not going
Yep.
well. 5 points of damage.
Yep.
3.
Yep.
And finally, 2.
Yeah, you blast this wand out. 5 wands. What does it look like as... they're not dead by any means, but you battered 5 tomb motes. What does your magic offensively look like?
Well, I mean, it's sort of his magic, but it's not really because it's through a wand. So I think that it's it pretty much just looks like a standard magic missile, just a sort of ball of energy that flies out and then spins around and attacks the creature that's on him, because that's what they're doing. But it creates a kind of a vicious sound as if he's pulling the Bandonian really quickly, like a note with each release. And that is the end of his turn, I suspect, unless, because he's just attacked once. That's all he's done. I think there's anything else he can do.
I mean, you look up, there's 100 feet, and the walls are iron and metal.
Oh, we've said it's a move action, didn't we, to take a potion? And
Yes.
they've all had attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
So I'm glad I got those potions now. I'm going to take a cure mod, which is 2d8 plus
10.
10.
Nice. As you roll that up and heal the damage, we're going
Continue.
to cut to Vessel.
Very nice.
Yeah, I guess the sand golem starts to step through the portal.
What's its move speed, by the way?
20 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20. Good thing for you guys, it doesn't fully reach. So it will get there next round. Unless you double move.
I mean,
This is horrendous, but it's really funny as well. Why wouldn't you double move?
yeah, why wouldn't you?
You double
Well,
move.
actually, no. Think about it logically. You're not rushing through the portal.
Yeah,
You
that's like
double move
running,
when
isn't
you're
it?
rushing. So actually, I don't think you would double move. You would just tentatively walk through, wouldn't you?
I know
You're
as
not an
if
idiot.
I was doing it, I would be like, I want to have an attack when I get through the other side.
Yeah.
So
Well, he would, but he doesn't know we're under attack.
you never know when you need
No,
an
but
attack.
it's like preparing for...
Oh, I see what
if
you
there's
mean.
something
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
outside.
He would be a bit more tentative. I don't think he'd run through. So, yeah, okay.
So are you telling me you are going to set up and then you'll go through next turn?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, doesn't it?
Cool. Okay. So the golem moves. Are you getting closer as well, Vessel?
I will, but I think it would also make sense that if the golem goes through, he would probably leave a turn to allow the golem to move out of the way
Of course he would.
and then step through.
Yep. So we will encounter that situation next round. Glint the rat.
Golem's
Top of
going
the
to
round.
die, and it's going to do absolutely nothing except kill Matt and maybe Rob.
Glint doesn't know what the levers being pulled up will do, so I think he's gonna maybe try that.
Okay. I mean, they're prepped to do that anyway because you need to reset the levers to open it down.
Yeah, so he just flips the rope so it's underneath, and then he's just gonna go, and he's just gonna try and pull all three at the same time.
I don't need you to roll a check for that because, it's just pulling on the rope.
Yeah, I'm gonna brace myself.
And above your head, behind you, Rob, you feel a gap suddenly appear as a door leading to a familiar-looking crawl space has opened. Which, from your side, you wouldn't have seen because the search DC was 35. But pulling all the levers simultaneously up revealed that, and it is literally, you have to crawl into it. So it's...
I was right about what to do, just not what direction to do
Yes,
it.
it was...
Damn it.
It's like 5 feet above you, the rat.
This is me going backwards. Like, we're backing up.
So yeah, you need to... It's not on the floor, you do need to climb up into it.
Oh, well, I'm getting in there. I can use my movement to do that, can't I?
You can, yes.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Would you maybe, knowing where you are, warn Vassal and his sand golem? Not a metagame.
Oh, I can shout down. Oh, look, I shouted down there before, didn't I?
You can at least call softly.
Well, maybe a listen check. Maybe we make it fair. If I shout down there, perhaps Vessel gets a listen check.
Let me check.
Something.
There is a DC for a listen check at that distance.
Yeah, because when I was shouting at you, I was shouting from the other side of this bit. You'll understand what you can... Can you see in there now, Dom? I don't think you can. You can't see the tunnel.
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense, to be fair.
There's a corner.
It does make sense.
So 10 feet of distance. Once you're in there.
Gonna warn you, I've not got a great listen check.
So we're looking at 40.
40? Oh, would you be 40 feet, not a listen check of 40?
And
Imagine.
because there is opened bits there, so that is a +4 per 10 feet on a DC of 10, so DC 14. You have opened up the stone walls, so I'm not going to say you're shouting through a stone wall because that improves the DC by +15. So the doors are open. You need to beat Vessel. A listen check, DC 14.
To hear through a corridor. Just a long corridor, but it... Okay.
Thick stone. I think that's fine. That's
You're quite a far way away. I mean...
It's quite
fair enough.
Just...
We'll see. That's a
On
roll.
the die. On the die. Glint, what do you shout down the corridor?
Vessel won't come through. We'll be constricted. It's too small a space.
Vessel says, pardon?
Oh no.
Alter, wait.
Blow your dust from your ears, you old fool.
Jacques, do you want to make a DC 25 listen check?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
No
DC,
probs.
because you're going through a metal door.
Oh, it's the same listen. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my listen is so
My listen is so good. And I rolled a 1.
You hear nothing but the scurry.
You are preoccupied,
Yes.
to be fair.
Yeah. Going, mad! Mad!
Oh no, he's dying! He's choking!
He's choking.
Oh,
Right.
dear.
Oh.
So, yes, Glint the rat.
So funny.
You know that door opened into there, so you are now sort of there looking in. And you know, if you want to go further around, I'll move you.
I won't need to.
You also know where the plug is. Just as a reminder. Excellent. Is there anything? I think that's you've done that. You've shouted. You crawled in. I think that's. Anything
Oh yeah,
more
sorry,
you can
that
do?
was me assuming that was my turn. Absolutely, yes.
Beautiful. The blood motes are coming in. All of them are going to attack you again.
Kill any of them.
Let's do this. Let's do this
Jesus.
again.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
I've already
Right.
caught whatever they've got to give me. I've already got their horrible VD.
Okay, Jacques,
Two moves.
can you
Caught the
anything
undead
that
clap.
attacks you? Can you make a note of? And I'm just going to keep track of how many I roll.
You keep track of how many, and I'll see if something is successful.
Cool.
Go. We can get it done quickly. There's one.
2,
Tap.
3,
Oh no,
4,
bastard.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. As 16
Four
claws.
attacks. One of them rolled of 1.
Yes, one did.
4 successful hits, and I don't know if there's any.
That was on confirmation, so it would have just been a miss.
Okay, fair enough. So 4 hits.
Yeah, so that is going to be 4. Oh, minimum water damage. Has 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. 4 points of damage in total. Actually, is that 1, 2? Yes, that is completely right. Ignore me. Technically, it's 5 points of damage, actually, but 4 would have been 1.
That's not a problem.
So 5 points of damage. You don't need to do a fortitude save because
I've
you're
already got the disease.
Yes. You're looking. Actually, no, we'll come to that later. What you might be looking like. It's your turn now.
Okay, well that's going to be another 5, was it? Attacks of opportunity before?
6 attacks of opportunity. 8 attacks of opportunity.
Same thing again, I'll count the hits, you count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attacks of opportunity. Possibly a critical. Just a hit.
Not a critical.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Oh my god.
At 3 points of damage.
Very good. So,
Yes.
on exactly the same ones I hit last time, bear this in mind.
Yep, that's fine.
1. So, 2,
Yep.
3,
Yep.
4,
Yep.
3,
Yep.
and 2.
Yep. The same ones, as more force energy batters into them, and they're all still okay.
Oh God Almighty! They're little, but they're not soft, are they?
For what they are, they've got a fair bit of health, but I wouldn't say it's a fair bit. You'll be fine. Anyway,
Things could be worse, Matt. You could have 50 tons of sand pouring onto you.
Mm,
God, that would be awful.
isn't it though?
Speaking of Vessel, it's your turn. You have heard Glint cry.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question right before Dom has a turn? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Dom, have you enjoyed this game of D&D when you've done a grand total of walk down a corridor?
Hey, I almost crushed a man.
Carry on.
This is the problem with being the combat character, isn't it? In Tomb of Horrors. Yeah, Vessel was like, Alter, wait. It's not safe.
Have a nap. It's nap
I
time.
am tired.
Do you like some blended apple?
My teeth aren't what they used to be. Have you got any
Oh my God!
sucky sweets?
Pills.
Is there anything you wish to do at this point, or are you just going to wait?
There's nothing I can do. I haven't got a line of sight on anyone, and I don't
feel
know what
really
the
bad because
problem
at
is,
least
so.
if you dropped in on them, you would have killed them. But you would probably kill.
I would have fucking killed
as
everything.
Well. Yeah, that's the only problem.
Yes. Okay. We're going to jump back to the top of the round. Glint the rat. You are now in that passageway you found earlier. Your rope is still somewhat attached, and you didn't rearrange, so you'd have to reorganize it if you want. But you could.
The thing is, though, does it look like... So this door remains open. It's not reset like the trap door. This one stays open now.
This one has stayed open.
Could I do a check to determine whether, if I were to pull the levers again, will it close this door again as the trap door opens? Or does this door now seem to be permanently opened?
This door seems open, and you can't seem to see any self-closing mechanism on it now.
Okay, I just didn't want to pull the levers and then this to close and then the trapdoor open and then we're back to square one, so...
No.
Now you're thinking like a devious bastard. Well done.
Fear.
But I will say this. You know, because the doors opened and then closed. You know where the hatch is beneath you now. Because if you pull the lever, you get one round before it closes again.
Okay, he's gonna try and save Jacques the Bard, and the only thing that he can think of is to somehow get his rope down the hole so he can at least try and climb up out of there. So that's what he's trying to do. So what he will do then, he will come back out of his crawl space, loop the ropes back around the levers, ready to now this time pull them down.
Yes.
Position himself back into the crawl space, and then try and tug the rope. Now I know that probably the angle isn't as good here to pull all of them, so I'd understand if I have to do a check or something to do that. But that's what he wants to do. He wants to try and open that by pulling the rope, and then allow as much of the rope to fall as possible, so that he can then grab onto it. So even if the door above closes, he will still have this to grab onto. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
So he's going to rush out of the crawl space, realign the ropes to pull the levers down to open the trapdoor, and he will then put himself back in the crawl space, ready to pull the lever.
Yeah, so you've crawled out, you've redone it, you've crawled back in.
So movement, and my action is probably to reset them. So I probably don't
they're all
have
pointing up, so you reset the rope as your action. You're literally taking the rope and going up over.
So I'll have to do it next turn, is what you're saying.
I think you can. It is not enough. It literally is just taking rope and putting it over. You've done all the work before.
Okay. So in that
you
case,
pull the rope.
You pull the rope, yeah.
I'll say it's fine. You pull the rope, and the hatch beneath you opens. I'll do that for the time being.
Jacques just hears thudding doors opening above him, and he's expecting a giant golem. He's like, no!
Glint, you can also hear from 100 feet down not only the shouts and screams.
It's insane.
Jack is so traumatized.
He's amazing alive down there with 100 feet.
He's just crying. He's actually crying. You hear genuine sobbing.
Oh no!
You can also hear the sounds of like combat. Basically, as you can now see the glare of a magic missile just sort of go pew, 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 and the dissemination of magic. Anyway,
okay.
You can now hear the response.
That's going to be open for a round, so that trapdoor will be open for my next turn.
For your next turn, at the end of your turn, it will close.
Perfect. Thank you.
So, I will count the attacks. You count the ones that beat 19.
Has a rope appeared above me? Do I?
Not yet.
Okay.
After 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a
Possible
fumble.
fumble.
So that removes one of them. So that's 5 and 6. 7, 8, 9. Possibly a fumble.
Matt's sentiment is
9 and 10 is a fumble. 11.
Oh,
12.
Oh my god!
Let me confirm 12. 12 is just a hit.
Just a hit.
13, 14, 15, 16. So that is
4 hits, mate.
4 hits and 2 fumbles.
What difference are fumbles going to make here? We're not using the fumble table in this game, are we? Because it's...
I mean, we were, but they are also undead, so some things...
Oh, are we still using the fumble table?
In the world and the law, unfortunately, someone pulled iron chains. And until they are pulled again, wherever and whenever we are, the world and the law dictates the fumble table is in effect.
We were in the same world, for sure.
No, that's good to know, though.
No,
We
it's
are
good.
in the
Right.
same universe.
I want
Oh.
the enemy to be able to fumble as much as we do. We're having it. We're having it.
Okay,
Huh.
firstly, the damage
sure.
you receive
Give it 4.
is 5 points of damage.
Get in.
And then, can you roll me 2d100, please?
I broke my leg.
Hmm.
A D1, 2D100.
Yes, we
So
need to know what the
here's-
fumbles are.
Here's one. 100.
Roll 3 times, ignoring rolls of 99 or 100. Okay, that's a first.
That's brilliant. I'm
And
actually
the other
loving
one,
that.
before we get
100
to
on
that,
the fumble table. I immediately
Sure.
regret
And
Correct.
then
my
another
words.
100.
I immediately regret my
46 for the second 100, and then I will roll 3D100 for you.
can you roll that one again, because it's DC 20 or drop prone? I'll give you one more re-roll otherwise.
93.
Twist ankle. Okay, he's undead, which means its ankle falls off. And it's now prone, but it's tiny and it's in the same square, so that's what it is. Okay, the other one.
And then it's 3D100.
Yeah.
78, 82, and 3.
So full prone, 78, hit self for normal damage, and 82 hit friend if in threatened area. Okay, so God,
Good luck.
All the rolls are compounding on itself. The literal system is
2,
eating itself right now.
which is this one.
Just hit himself for 2 points of damage.
That's that one, and hits its friend.
Oh, dear. Friend, though.
For 3. That one's still going. Describe for me how it kills itself as it falls over.
For me to do it, I haven't got a clue. I don't know. I think it's in the panic. I think it's genuinely in the panic. Like, Jacques is the one that sort of does it, but he doesn't intend to. It just puts itself in his swing. So he's doing this, and it's jumped up, and he just catches it in the elbow and just smashes it against the wall. But
Yeah.
he hasn't got a clue what he's doing.
And this
can't see
tomb
very
moat
well.
just collapses back into dust and detritus once more. It is defeated. There are now 7 tomb moats left.
A mere 7.
And one that's prone.
And one that's prone, so yes, that's...
So we'll get a -4 on its attack. We're going to take that into account.
Yes, I'll do it separately.
Okay, well, it's my turn now, isn't it? So they're
It
going
is
to
your
get
turn.
another series of...
They are...
But not all of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Less.
You get
It'll be
6
less.
attacks opportunity, because the other one
Lovely.
fell prone.
I'm counting
1,
the hits.
2.
Got it.
Confirmed. Just 1.
Just a hit.
3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, death by 1,000 cuts. Here we go.
2 hits.
3 points of damage. Isn't this all what we paid for? Thrilling tomb moat.
This is it. This encounter is called.
This is why I play D&D.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tomb of Horrors. Oh my god almighty.
Mike is like,
Okay.
this encounter is called shooting fish in a barrel. Over to you, man. It's wild so far.
Yes,
So, here we go.
The attack
1.
opportunity.
5.
That's the first one. How do you defeat it?
Oh, it just explodes. Gets
Beautiful.
hit by a musical note and just...
That one's
2.
okay.
4.
The one that was prone, how do you defeat it?
Another one.
Excellent.
Just a splat left where it was.
Yep.
2
And then we got a new one.
and 4.
Excellent. 2 of them have now been defeated. I'm going to move the other ones out so that it's slightly easier to see where they are.
I haven't got any other like potions on me because I had the things.
1, 2. Okay. They're all scurrying around you, trying to climb up your body. They're over your feet. They're in your hair. They're on your music. They're just there. They're
The only other thing I
intrusive.
was thinking of doing was using a Tanglefoot bag, but it was only if it was really desperate. I think I'm doing all right.
Tangle yourself. I thought you were going to say like a fireball or something and just
Let's just go point blank.
It's my turn.
We're going to cut to the entrance corridor. Vessel.
Perhaps we should go through. But then again, he said not to. We'll wait. We're good at waiting.
That's awesome.
Vessel soliloquy.
Just closes his eyes. Leaning against the wall.
Goes back into undead torpor for 1,000 years. Stay here.
Excellent. We then cut to the top of the round. The rat, Glint.
Glint's peering down. He's unsure of it now. Can he just pull the rope off the levers now and then fasten the hook into the entrance that he's in?
You can. Can you give me an intelligence check, please?
No. Yes. Do I not? Well, I think I know what you're going to say now that I think about it, but it's alright. Straight intelligence, that's fine. 4.
Never mind. Unless it's come to you, my...
Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
It's all good. All right.
I don't... Well, I'd be very surprised if this cut through the rope.
It's a metal trapdoor.
Okay,
iron.
maybe it will cut through the... Well, what else am I going to do? I don't understand. There doesn't appear to be any way out. Apart
If
from
only
where
you
I
could
am.
disable this device. If only now you knew it was there.
What? You mean the trapdoor?
Like,
It is a device.
So it
I
locks
did
open.
try. I thought I did try that. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. All right.
You did a search check earlier,
I think
and
you
couldn't
tried to
find.
figure out the device and whether the current door would close or not. So you didn't necessarily say
All
out
right,
loud
yes,
specifically,
okay,
which is
all
what you
right.
have to do in this game.
So disable the door that I'm in right now. Is that what you're saying?
The trapdoor
so
that's
it
still
won't
open.
Close.
Yeah, you need to disable that so it stays open.
Okay. Okay. So I've got to... Hang on, I don't need to. He rummages, panicking, and then with the long spoon picks that reach 10 feet, he reaches across the breach to disable the device from where he is.
Excellent. You see varying points in the trap that you could attack with a disable device check.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You have to be so specific in this game.
I hate that you have to be.
25.
Yes.
I don't, actually. I think it makes for...
Not enough.
mad-
Is that with Matt's remnants, because it's still going?
No.
yeah, you had another 5 rounds of that left, so it's
So-
26, 27.
27.
You're lucky because the DC was 25.
So he realizes he's about to make a mistake and he's just going to reset the trap. And at the last minute, it's because of the range. He then drops the one.
Does he pause for a second and hum a little tune?
Yeah.
Yeah, just in the back of your mind. No,
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he just thinks that I don't need to. That's he will then do that to then hopefully lock open the trap door. That's
Yes.
an action, isn't it?
So that's a standard action to do that. And yes, you have sufficiently broken. Well, you haven't broke. You've opened it, so you used it to disable the chance of it swinging back up.
I know I'm literally 100 feet away, but is there any way of me determining if there's like much life in Jack the Bard? Like
you can hear him yelling.
Yes, and 100 feet down, you can see the lights of magic missiles being cast.
He's gonna do something, and you are gonna hate me for this. You're gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna do it. No, Matt, you won't hate me, hopefully, but Mike, you're gonna hate me for this. He is going to use his movement because we've said that potions and equipment and stuff is movement now, right? And I've not moved this round. I've just used an action. So
no!
As his movement, he is just going to produce a smoke stick, and he drops it into the hole. Because no, Jacques the Bard won't miss with any of his magic missiles, thus ignoring the mischance. However, now Jacques the Bard has a 50% mischance as a 10-foot square explodes around him. So every time one of those things attacks, you now have to roll mischance. Like, oh, that's why you're gonna hate me. But around you, Jacques the Bard, a plume of smoke will arise around you, hopefully protecting you, but enabling you to continue firing your magic missiles.
Well, if it works for one round, which is nice.
What smoke stick?
Yep.
Does the smoke disperse after one round?
Disperses normally, so it will evaporate up into the air.
Well, fair enough. I will look into that just in case. But
you have, because they're all within 5 feet of you, they all have a 20% mischance.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they're all in my square, their mischance isn't going to be quite as high.
Oh, shit.
Yes, so it's all
still a mischance.
Yeah, it's 20%.
It's still really annoying.
Yes, Jacques, you're going, ah shit, oh man, ah shit, and then you see darkness. The shadow and the glimmer of a golem. Maybe not. Because as it drops, you start to... As you are, you're choking on the spot.
It's role-playing it, boys and girls. Matthew's very poorly, so you must forgive him. He's doing his very best. Yes,
it's the smoke.
Yeah, it is the smoke.
We strive for some level of realism.
Yes, we do.
Excellent stuff there, Glint, as just calculate. You just look down and just drop it. It's the tomb motes go now. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, so 10 attacks. We will see how many attack, and then we'll do mischance afterwards. Right.
Yeah, actually, you might as well roll to see if any of them hit, and then we'll do mischance on the hits. That's better. Less
rolling.
Just little rolling as possible.
So 10 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a fumble, so that's the third one. 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent.
Oh, we're back on these again.
How many attacks was that?
Our old friends.
Jacques, how many attacks?
4 hits.
Or is it 20 or lower? That's a hit. That's a miss. That's a hit. That's a hit. So 3 attacks.
It was all worth it.
It was. It took one off me.
For 3 points of damage.
Fumble. Don't forget
And
this.
Don't forget that.
Hang
Harry.
on, hang on. Here we go.
Can you roll
Here's your
this one
fumble.
for me, please? D100.
34.
34. Rob, can you blur things out?
Pardon?
So can you blur out?
Hey, Michael.
It needs to make a dexterity save or fall prone. It can't be stunned.
Another one prone. Great.
DC 20.
This is the best fight we've ever had.
This is
It really,
exhilarating.
really is.
No, it is quite funny. Though.
It's great. No. I'm so here for it. We asked for this. We asked for it.
Yeah. The tomb of tiny creatures.
It meets it but does not exceed it, so one of them is prone.
And he's prone. Okay, so
That's
now
one,
it would
two,
be
this one.
my
Got it.
turn. Attacks of opportunity.
You have 4 attacks of opportunity coming your way. 1, 2, possibly a fumble. It's a fumble. 3, 4. Roll me a D100. Rolls of attrition here, folks.
Insane.
37.
Is it going to fall prone as well?
It's going to make the same check. Right.
This is insane.
It falls prone.
Lovely.
So
Okay.
that's that one.
So here's my damage. 1. So we've got 3,
Yep.
2,
Yep.
3,
Yep.
2,
Yep.
2.
All 5 of them are still okay.
Oh, sake.
Oh my god.
It's the slowest way to kill them ever.
It's all I've got. It would genuinely be slower if I tried to attack them with my single attack dagger.
Yeah. We're lucky you have that in a sense.
Genuinely, we are. I can divide up my attacks.
Okay.
I am support. I am support.
Vessel.
This is what you get for picking a fucking bard, Matt.
Coming from the guy who can't fit in the Tomb of Horrors.
When you said it was fine. You didn't tell me there'd be traps. Oh.
Vessel. Okay. Glint the rat.
Oh god, what else can I do? Right. The trapdoor is now disabled, so it's just remaining open now, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now he's going to try and fasten the rope into the jammed door that he's disabled next to him. So
Yeah,
there's
I mean,
a
you can
proper
use
lip
the edge
for the
of the
grappling
stone,
hook
yeah.
to go into. So he's going to do that, and then he's going to hurl the rope down, and he's going to yell, "Jack the Bard! Climb as if your life depends on it, because it fucking does."
You know, the hilarious thing is if I try and climb after this whole fight, I could... No, I won't die. I've got to bring a featherfall. It could just be that. Fall back down. Fall back down.
No, I imagine the featherfall will probably make your climb easier, but I don't know if that's...
Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't think climbing a rope is too hard. We'll see.
It should be fine.
That was Glint the Rat's turn.
Lovely.
Rope hits me on the head.
Fortunately, the rope doesn't hit your head. It falls next to you. Just...
Yes.
It's like here, so it doesn't go all the way to the floor, but it's close enough. Are you going to finish the fight, or are you going to attempt to start climbing?
I mean, I just don't know how much damage I've done. How many of them are left? I killed 2, didn't I? How many were there?
5 are left.
So there's 5 left. That's 1 shot each. I mean, I could probably get 1 more.
It's hard to say as well because they're undead. You don't really know.
It is hard to say. It's not my turn anyway. It's their turn. So.
Oh, you're right. How could I be so foolish? The three.
I remember the million rolls that happened before I
The
get.
three that are standing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One hit.
Does it though?
Oh, you're right. The smoke is dissipating, but there'll still be a bit of it.
Oh no! You said it was only one. Never mind. Ignore that.
Wait, hit anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a mighty 1 damage.
Look at my health is going down, but so slowly. It's such a long list.
I can assure you, the horrors of this are not simply attrition. There is actual horrors within the tomb.
Yeah.
Oh no, we got the gargoyle last time. Like
You did.
it's-
Yeah, we've
No,
seen
you're the
some
complete
horrors. Now we're
antithesis.
seeing mild irritation.
Yeah, I would rather be here right now than by that.
The two
Okay.
lying prone.
Right,
Miss
and now let them
miss.
have their.
3 attacks
Attack opportunity.
opportunity.
I'll do one single attack because it is just one firing of the wand, and then I'll
Yeah.
start climbing.
There's 2 hits on you.
Lovely. Well done, guys. I'll pat them on the back.
For 2 damage. The fact it's minus. You've already got possibly an infection, so we shall see.
Right. So here we go. 4.
1's dead.
Boom. It pops. 3.
Just.
Alive or just? Oh,
2.
can't say just.
Still alive.
2.
Still alive.
3.
Still alive. One of them explodes from the impact.
One
of the
more in
magic
the
missile.
explosion.
Glint, you can just about make out that through the dissipating smoke. That's your standard action.
And then I will start. I will.
Now, here's the thing. Are you going to move at quarter speed or half speed?
I don't know what the DCs are really.
You take a -5 penalty to go at half speed. Otherwise, you get a DC 5 to use a rope. So otherwise, the DC will be 10 if you want to go quicker.
I will take the quicker option.
Okay. So you're moving at 15 feet per round here.
Oh God Almighty! It's fine because I can actually still aim my wand at the beginning of the round if they follow me.
That you can.
Because it's a magic missile and then climb. It's no problem.
Okay. Can I get a DC 10 strength check, please?
It's
Hell yeah.
climb check, right? Climb check.
You're fine. If you got 10 in climb, you're okay.
I've got 9 in climb. So that was actually meant to be a 9, which would have made that a 25. I apologise, but it is a 9 in climb.
Okay, 9. So
I need to not roll a 1.
not roll a 1
and not exceed it.
Six more rolls, depending on if you want to engage combat or not.
Oh my God!
Do you wish to engage in combat, or do you just wish to?
Well, it depends. Are they following me? That's the question, which I won't know until the start of their next turn. So
We are
happening here?
Vessel. Are you just waiting?
Come through.
Excellent. Glint, what are you doing now?
Can Glint lean over the edge and fire his short bow down there?
Do you have? Oof.
They're
Your
not currently
short bow
engaged.
range is 60 feet.
Mate, I have
Or is
gravity on my side.
You just drop the arrows.
Just drop them.
You do, but
drop
do you have precise shot?
Yeah.
an arrow lands on the top of Jack's head.
I don't.
Nailed.
Then you
No,
have a chance.
I won't do it. I won't
Okay.
do it. I won't do it. Okay, what he can do, however, is yell encouragement down the hole. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to go, come on, Jack, You can do it! Climb!
Vessel's eyes open. You want me to go? I didn't do the voice. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Okay, that was amateur.
The
It's all
blood,
right,
the
mate.
tomb
I can't keep up
notes,
with French the whole time.
don't appear to be able to reach the rope and don't pursue you.
Oh, thank God.
Are you just going to climb out now?
Mm-hmm.
Then we are going to just say you shimmy up. And that is the end of the attrition.
He's gonna help. He's gonna do his best to help him up.
Merde.
I'm going to put you there then. And you are now in the crawl space that Glint the rat found earlier.
I will use my wand of Cure Moderate. I will fire it at myself twice.
Put it in your mouth.
Don't get your
How
wands
much-
mixed up.
Damage did you take? Just curiously.
How much damage did I take? So I started... Oh, shit, I don't know, because I healed, didn't I?
No worries. Well, just
It
a
was
thought for later.
around, so from
Dear
12
viewers,
to...
if you were so gripped by that battle, why not watch it again to determine how much damage its character took? Let us know in the
22,
comments. Because
22
you're
plus a
definitely
bit
going to watch
more.
that again, aren't you? I'm
It was actually
certainly
in the
going to.
30s.
Okay, so actually a surprising amount.
Surprisingly, in the 30s, yeah, I had to heal. So I rolled two Cure mods. I'm now back to full.
Lovely.
I can't believe that. Glint is going to be sat in the crawl space with his feet pressed against the wall, just with his arms folded, and he's just going to offer a skin of drink to Jacques.
Merci.
Just to be...
Uh,
Don't even
I'm
know.
feeling a little bit, how you say, peaky.
I'm surprised you survived the fall, lad. It was quite a way down. Lucky you got that little trinket on hand, eh?
The creatures that are down there, they're little creatures and they make me feel a bit sick.
Yeah, I don't imagine it was a very pleasant experience. I was nearly forced to draw on my hidden powers to help, but thankfully you showed the inner resources to get yourself out of that little scrape.
What have you done, Charles?
Just a few little hidden tricks I have that I'm withholding until the right time to use.
I'm very glad you did not waste them, and also I'm quite glad that I kept my cool.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, and I certainly won't tell anyone about what I heard screaming at the bottom of that pit.
Vessel, you can hear all
This
of
was,
this.
the screaming, it was what I call interpretive music. It was like art. It was a type of singing. It was where I come from, very popular.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it very much. Listen, I know the way back from here. You'll be pleased to know that this is the crawl space that I found myself in.
So now we can continue into the tomb. Yes?
Well, did it look like there was a way forward down there? Does it
There's
look
no way
like
to get the giant creature in here.
was there a way continuing down there at all? Did you see?
I did not see any way to... It was a sealed room with horrible little creatures in it.
Yes. No, you didn't see
there
anything
was
else
no
down
door or a corridor or anything like this.
Right, so I guess the only decent thing about us being down here is that there are some... Well, come and see. And he'll gesture to Jacques to follow him to the room with the chest.
Yep.
And he's going to shout to Vessel, Vessel, it's all right, but don't come through. There's a very deep drop that you'll arrive directly above, he'll shout.
You hear a whisper like carried on the dunes of a sand of a desert as he just writes, I am patient.
That's lucky. How are we going to... I mean, we're both in. But how the hell are we going to get the giant?
I'm not convinced this is the way forward, Jack. You'll see what I mean. Come, look, and he's gonna open the the thing to show Jacques the Bard the chest room.
I'll put you in the room.
Yeah,
Jack.
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Look.
I see. It is a room. A room is a good thing because it is inside the tomb. This is where we are trying to go, inside the tomb.
Right, I'm going to conduct a search check.
There must be a secret door and you to continue.
I'm going to conduct a series of search checks around the circumference of the room to see if there's a way out first. And that's exactly what he's going to do, Mike. He's going to put a bleeding glass to his ear if he has to. He's going to listen to every inch of this wall.
Yep.
So he will do a search check then. Well, that isn't a critical failure because you can't on skills. That's just a 19.
And are you checking? Are you doing this as a search for traps, a search for doors? What is this?
I'm examining the walls to find a secret door, and that is one portion of the wall that I've searched.
Okay, so the eastern wall, you don't see anything.
See, I can't search
southern
for
wall.
secret doors, so I'm
you're
used
to
to
the southern wall.
Well, that's the wall I'm next to, isn't it?
Okay, southern wall, you don't see anything.
Okay. East. No, sorry, west.
Yep.
Sorry, if Matt's thing's still active, is Jacques' thing still active? That should be 33. No,
it won't be now. I don't
31 then.
think. I was
Nothing
thinking
on
of
that wall.
casting something else.
This wall, the northern wall. 35.
This actually does reveal. You can see about 10 foot up in the air. Looks like a part of a sort of like an opening mechanism.
Oh no.
So you can find what is basically a door, but it looks like it's not actually a conventional door. It looks more like the other side of a trap door.
Right. I will step over. I know you've found it already, but this is actually helpful either way. And I will cast level 2 heroism upon you, which gives you a +2 to attacks, saves, and skill checks. And that lasts for 10 minutes per level.
Heroism,
And I am level
you.
10.
He's going to shout, well...
100 minutes.
He's going to shout, Vessel, you might want to make your way through the crawl space if you can. Can you fit? He's going to shout down the thing.
I don't think you can.
Can I fit as a large...
A large creature can fit through a space that is one size category, I think, smaller than itself by crouching and stuff. I don't
This
know.
is a 3 foot by 3 foot crawl space.
So that's a no then.
How tall?
The really annoying thing is, I haven't even used any of the things that I'm large for. So there's no reason to be this big.
I don't know why you did that.
Because I thought we were going to fight the gargoyle, Matt.
We will definitely fight the gargoyle. We have to. We have to fight it.
We'll come back.
What I did to myself is 3 different spells, which would have wasted 3 rounds of combat.
You can fight it. You can do it.
I'm going to fucking fight the gargoyle by myself. I don't need you guys. You didn't do anything last time, bastards.
He's right.
We don't know how to get you in.
Just carry on. It's fine. If you get far enough, I'll just go and fight the gargoyle and try and find you.
We've got to fit him in. There must be a way. Where does...
This door, right? This door looks like a trap that leads north.
It looks like the receiving end of a trap.
Maybe we just withdraw now. Is it worth? Can you test chests to see if they're magical? Can you detect magic, Jacques the Bard?
Yeah, I can.
Let's see if there's anything magic coming from them, and see if you can read it too to determine whether or not they're dangerous. Which obviously they are.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do. Okay.
And I'll do search checks on them as well.
I will cast Detect Magic, and I will hold it in a cone. It covers all three of them, and I'll just concentrate for a while to get a bit of an idea if they are magical.
Cool.
Meanwhile, we will be doing listen checks, we will be doing search checks, we will be doing every check we can think of on these chests.
That's fine. So, Vessel, can you still see in the room because of Matt?
Yes, I can, yeah, thanks.
Cool. Just otherwise, this would have been very odd if you could see nothing. I'll start with the gold chest. That has conjuration magic about it.
Conjuration, so that could summon something nasty to kill us.
The gold one does.
The gold one, I'll go through them.
Okay.
Do you need to know? Do I give you any more detail with that, with Detect Magic and Read Magic?
No, I don't think so. I believe Detect Magic literally just eventually, after like 3 rounds, it gives me the school of magic and a rough idea of, I think, the strength of the magic, but let me double check that.
Oh, okay. You know that whoever cast this magic was in the level 20s. You know, this is whatever this conjuration magic was very high level. The silver chest has no magical energy whatsoever, and the wooden / bronze chest, so the one furthest from you, also has conjuration magic of a similar level emanating from it.
All right. I would recommend that we open the silver first.
Let's
check it for traps. It has no magic on it.
A wee check of the silver one then.
This situation.
This is going to be a search check on the chest.
Yep.
32.
There is nothing on the chest.
Does it appear to be locked from that check?
No.
Glint throws open the chest.
Wait! Don't open.
Too late.
You open the chest, and inside you see a clear crystal box containing a silver ring.
I am still holding Detect Magic, so I'll aim my Detect Magic at it.
As you get nothing from that, are you going to look at it, investigate it, that kind of thing?
Do you sense anything from this these contents, Jack?
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm aiming my Detect Magic at the ring now. Did you say I get nothing from the ring?
Nothing.
So it's just like a...
It's a clear crystal box, and... Oh, wait, no, there is something. I need to just check.
We can do, like, appraise, I think, to get an idea of what the ring is.
There is very faint abjuration magic coming from that ring.
Right. Would you allow me a spellcraft?
To
figure out the ring?
Ring of... you need... read magic.
You need read magic?
If you give me read magic, I will tell you a bit more about it.
Yeah, I am not a wizard.
I think Vessel's a wizard, I think.
If not...
I don't have read magic.
When you remove the ring, I'll enable you to do a knowledge arcana check on it.
Well, remove it. That involves us actually putting it on, because it's probably cursed to fuck.
Yeah, I don't want to... I just want to...
You don't need to put it on. You just need to actually look at it outside of the box to go.
Glint will pick
just open the box.
Okay.
Don't actually touch it.
There we go. I've opened the box.
So you've opened the box like this?
Yes. I'm holding the box with the ring inside it.
But he's
As
not
you
touching
lift
the ring.
the box out of the trap, sorry, the chest, the trap that was under the box
I just
triggers.
did a search check of the
It
the
wasn't
chest.
on the chest. The trap was.
Shit it. Okay.
It
Okay,
says
go on.
here
Who designed this?
the chest doesn't reveal its trap
That would be
only
the creator of the game, so you cannot argue.
when the
I can
revealed
punch him in the face.
He's
clear
dead.
box is lifted clear of the chest. Does a fusillade of darts trigger?
Oh, shit.
I need. There is.
Which direction are they coming from? We're stood in a line again.
I hate to tell you this. It's per target anywhere in room. You both are now going to be at risk. So, Glint, can you roll me a D8, please? And Jack, could you also roll me a D8?
A D8.
Yeah.
6.
A lot of D's.
4.
Right, what's your armor class, Glint?
I cannot be caught flat-footed, so my armor class is 22.
22. Okay. You have 6 attacks coming your way. 1.
Plus 18.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
That's why I'm just doing it through there. So 1.
Plus 18.
2, possibly a critical with that dart. That's a critical. So that's 1 and a crit. So 2. 3. It's a trap, so that will just miss. 4. 5.
Do you have, like, trap sense or anything like that? It gives you a bonus against traps.
I do, but does that give me a bonus to armor class? I thought that was just
Trap
my
sense.
reflexes.
No, specifically trap sense gives you a bonus,
I have
I
trap
think,
sense.
to your
Plus
armor
3.
class against traps.
Oh,
Let me just double
okay.
check. I'm pretty sure, because
Yeah.
I've just recently been a barbarian and they get it.
Yeah. So in that case, then my armor class would be
You get
25.
So 25.
So
Yes.
I'm still hit by all of them.
You're still hit by the ones that hit you.
Yeah, it's reflex aims and armor class, mate. So yeah.
Cool, good to know.
So there are
you can-
3 hits and 1 crit. Could you roll me a D100, please?
Did the crit confirm?
Oh, you're right. I need to confirm that. Just a hit. Thank you. for confirming.
Hey, trap
So
sense.
4 hits
I'm fucked.
for 12 points of damage.
Right, plus 18 and the damage is 12. Jeez, that scared the crap out of me. I was like, if it's firing at plus 18, surely it's like
Wait.
a laser cannon.
Wait.
That's just the first round.
Of course.
No.
I need to learn to
What
shut
are
my
they
stupid
coding?
mouth. Yes.
It wouldn't matter even if they were, because you're both still under the effects of Heroes Feast.
Heroism is still on as well.
Wee
well.
immune
But-
to poison.
You're lucky there is no poison on these. It's just more than anything.
my God.
So you have 4 hits. So what's your armor
12.
class? 19.
Well, it depends. Am I flat-footed?
You are, yes.
That actually
I
just
can-
ate away
I-
my Hero's Feast
I-
HP, so that's handy.
Can be flat-footed. So my flat-footed armor class is 12.
12. So anything but a 1. 1. Oh, for God's sakes.
You don't add.
2, 3, 4 hits. You don't add what, sorry?
Hang on a minute. I think I've got my flat-footed armor class wrong. I think my flat-footed. It's just your
Without your
10
dex.
plus your armor bonus, no
Yes.
dex. And no. Do you still get deflection?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, 16. I apologise.
It's
I got
okay, the
that
base
wrong.
attack is 18, so it would have hit you regardless.
Okay then.
For 10 points of damage.
Lovely.
Vessel, you don't hear this because they're in the plugged room, but otherwise, this would have been one of those moments that you would have not heard, but you would have just seen a as a fusillade of darts fills the room. You look around you, some are now stuck in the like they're everywhere.
Yeah, we just look at each other with darts sticking out of
Yeah,
our face.
I was going to say, Shat, you see like a dart stuck in his cheek.
I'm having a very bad day.
However, you can give me a knowledge arcana now in the ring.
Oh, great.
I'm sorry, I tried to mute before that coughing came on.
It's fine.
Don't worry, mate. You're playing. You're playing it when you're poorly.
I apologise. Knowledge arcana.
DC 15.
21.
This is a ring of protection +1.
You mother... It's a piece of shit.
How dare you? It's a ring of protection +1. The box itself, the clear crystal box, is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Are you wearing a ring of protection?
I don't have a ring of protection.
How many
Pop
rings
that on.
are you wearing?
Pop that on. As long as it isn't cursed, of course, but I don't know how to tell if a thing is cursed or not.
How do we know if there's a how do we know if it's what level of ring of protection do we know it is? Or is it just any? It's just
+1.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you.
So you now got that and the ring of blink on.
Yes, I do.
Lovely, well done. Bit extra to the old.
Yeah, my armor class has gone up. That's great.
Right.
As you're
next.
doing this, Vessel, is there
Yes.
anything you're doing or shouting? Because
We want to get him in here so badly. This is not. I don't want us divided. This isn't good. What can we do? I don't think I have any way of like helping you magically. I don't have like reduce
We can just
person or
leave.
anything.
These
You-
chests are horrible. And
You could-
that gold chest is blatantly going to summon something if it's got conjuration. So I say we leave the conjuration chests. We try the door, and then we'll look through the door, and then we just retreat, and then we go face the gargoyle.
What type of magic did the wooden one have on it?
Conjuration. again.
conjuration, strong, very strong conjuration. Same for both of those. You could actually get the golem into the room you're in, because the golem could just essentially turn into like a snake of sand and just.
the
I had to figure
golem
this
can
out. It
do
would be 27 cubes, so it would be a very long snake snaking its way in and forming.
Let's not like a snake. More like in The Mummy when he turns into sand.
Yes, but that's mechanically because it's.
Maybe the
Bring them
snake on a
pretty
Nokia
hard.
3210 when it's just made of squares, because that would be perfect.
It would be perfect in this little room. Yeah.
I think it'd also, totally fill that space. Not quite.
No, not. I mean, we'd be able to stand in the corner, wouldn't we?
Hey, Vessel, send your golem through there, just so you can be involved in this game of
Yeah, well,
Dungeons
what
and
could, I
Dragons
mean,
that we're
they
playing.
Vessel can't get in here, no.
Yeah, but the golem could,
Try
right?
the door. Let's try then. Let's try and get him in.
But yeah, let's wait for the
'Cause it's
golem
in
to
that
come through,
direction.
then we'll open the
I mean,
door.
if you wait a full day, the spell will wear off.
Yeah,
And then I
our
can just walk
heroism
through.
will wear off, and all of our poison immunity. No,
That-
not with all the horrible things that we're.
It's that, or are you going to go back and consider the gargoyle?
I could consider a gargoyle.
Okay, let's go back. I mean, I think we should.
No, carry on. I don't mind. I'm happy.
Let's look through the door, then we will withdraw. Okay? We can
Because
come back.
also the thing to bear in mind is unless there's an enemy in there, the chances of me impacting what you're doing is not huge anyway. So
It sucks, man. I want you to be involved. Okay,
It's kind of. Apart from me being attacked by 100 tiny creatures, a lot of this is mostly on you, mate.
yeah.
Checking door and traps. Go for it. Check that door. I am still
Should
holding
have just all been rogues.
magic. Until I say otherwise, I am holding
This is
detect
why
magic.
I was like, if
constantly.
anyone was going to be the rogue, I wanted it to be me because I wanted to have the best chance of getting rid of the traps, of which there are many.
Yes.
Okay, search check on the door. 26.
26. Yeah, you don't see any trap, as it were. What you find actually is
Did
that
you add
this.
+2 to that, by the way?
28.
The heroism.
Yes. So what this is with enough kind of pressure, it opens up, and you can see actually that this would open up like that, and another part would drop. So if you're on the other side of this, unprepared, you'd risk falling in. But you can still use it as a means of a door to climb in and out.
So it goes up.
Did you
Yes,
check
but
all the
doesn't
other
seem to go
walls,
about
or
10
did you
feet.
stop when you got to this one?
I did stop when I got to this one, to be fair.
It was the last, or the penultimate one anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Penultimate, yes.
We'll check the last
So,
wall as well.
yes,
The
you
last
don't see any
wall has
traps
that
there, but you see
tunnel.
that this is essentially the result of the other end of a trapdoor.
Let me just check the other wall, the east wall.
And also the floor.
22.
Nothing on the east wall.
Okay.
You do
I'm
a
going
big
to
old
try
check
and
of
disable
floor,
that door
see
then,
if
so
there's
the
any
trap doesn't...
trapdoors.
For where you are, you don't need to disable it. You can just open up, because you're on the receiving end of a trapdoor. It's, if you were on that side, it's like it will drop you in. But because you're underneath it, you don't need to disable it. You can just click it open, basically,
Okay,
and climb
I'm
out.
going to very carefully open it to see if I can look through it. I don't want to go through it. I'm going to hide.
Yep.
And then open the door.
Hide 4.
Sorry, adding +2, so...
Just stand in the corner. So I can't hide.
41 on my hide.
You are practically invisible in the room.
Gotta have your gun.
And I open the door.
Yep. It opens to another crawl space about 10 feet above you.
Right, we're going back. Come on.
Weird.
We're going back. We're going back. We'll come back. We'll come back. We'll come back. Come on, let's go. We're going.
This character enough.
No, we're going.
Someone smaller.
No, come on.
Are you jumping back in the plug?
Yep, in there. Come on, let's go.
Why?
Shut the
Why?
bar. Come on.
I
The
don't
rat has stood
understand.
around.
What do you mean you don't understand?
Why are we leaving? We're in. We finally got in.
Fine.
We are inside the Tomb of Horrors. This is what we want.
It's my own stupid fault for being big.
I just was trying to help, and I wanted to have us all be... Okay, fine. Okay. Mike, can you get me
It's
back
not-
out?
It's not that I don't want to get Dom in here. It's just that I want to find a way to get Dom in here.
Okay,
without
then, Jack,
backtracking and
you
not
can
having
go
us in
first,
here.
by all means. I've opened the door. I've fixed the traps. Off you go.
Jacques is a bard.
Yep, and you can sing your way through that door. Off you go.
Meanwhile, Vessel.
Jacques doesn't go first. Do you know what? That'd be quite funny. If you want to go back and you want to fight that golem, if we end the session with one more of us dying, that's a pretty poetic way to end the second session. Let's do that.
No.
And if when we fight it, we realise that it was just a fight, there's nothing good going to come of it, because that's what this place is like, man. That's what this place has for you. Then you'll realise we should have carried on.
Right.
So I'm fine with it. Let's go back.
The party reunites.
No. I've agreed with Matt. I've gone back now. We'll check the crawl space. But as we do that, you said you were directing your attention to Vessel. Please continue. What are you going to ask Vessel?
Vessel, what are you doing at this moment? Are you waiting? Are you considering a fight? Are you just going to stand? What would you like to do? You can even interact with the stones on the bottom of the portal, which you all did before, which you may have been briefed about as your characters just chatting.
Oh yeah, Vessel's just going to fiddle with the stones, doing different combinations.
Eventually, you do one that turns off the fog, revealing the red path inside, trailing into the corner. So, yeah.
Great.
Uh,
Carry on. As you were.
Right. Glint the rat, hiding, is going to make his way around the corner of the crawl space.
Yep. You see the crawl space leads to what looks like a dead end.
Jack, is that rat still around or has it worn off?
The rat
No,
never
the
crawled
rat
into
is-
the crawl space, so you'd have to pick up the rat from the plug and then chuck him in.
It's still alive. It's a real rat until it dies, and then it will just go back in.
We can bring the rat there then, please.
There's the rat.
To the end of the
Where's
corridor.
my rat?
Thank you.
Fuck, it's huge.
This is what freaked me out because I saw it around the corner. I
Shit
saw
himself.
part of it around
There
the
you go,
corner and was
Dom.
like, oh my god, I'm going to die.
Because they haven't gone back for you, I've given you control of the rat.
My, how it's grown.
Okay, rat, go investigate.
Trying to find a way to connect up to him.
There's a slight issue in that I can't see. I can move it, but I can't.
You should have vision.
I think
I
the
have
rat is
vision.
blind.
Do you want the rat to just go down the corridor?
Yes, please.
Mush.
It's not moving for me. I don't know if that's...
It's not moving for me
I
either.
can just see a rat tail. Dead still.
It's
there
moving
it
for
is.
me.
There
Yeah.
we go. He's moved.
The rat approaches the wall. Does the rat stop? Does the rat do anything? Does the rat scratch? Does the rat turn around? What do you want to do, rat? Rat, you scratch at the wall and you go through the wall.
Ooh.
Now, I can't give you a conversation because you're technically just a rat. But you can see something as the rat, but none of the others can. In fact, so much so, I will remove that secret icon because you just went through the wall.
The rat went through the bleeding wall, Jack. Fine, I will begin crawling my way
Not
towards
through the wall. That means that's a secret. That's a secret door.
It seems to be a spectral wall.
As in, it chewed through the wall, or it just went through it.
It went through the wall.
It went through the cottonwood ray.
Well done.
Okay.
Um,
Am I still... am I hiding, or will I have to do another roll? I don't want to emerge.
I can't hide.
You're still hiding. That's okay.
Okay, I'm going to slowly peek my face through the wall like this.
You come face to face with the rat.
Face to ass with the rat. It looks like you've popped your head out of a red sphere, and you can now see a large corridor. The floor of this long, wide hall is inlaid with tiles, and the walls and ceilings are painted with figures of animals and strange signs and glyphs. Humans and human-like creatures hold painted spheres, each a different colour from the next. I will tell you all the colours of what they are when you're in the room, but you should be able to get an idea by actually looking at the map.
Jack's going to emerge
Red
into
and
this
yellow
square
and
here.
and blue and ochre and ruby.
Oh, and you
orange
can
and
see
red.
at the bottom
as well.
end there is another fog wall.
Oh god, it's another teleport. We could end up somewhere random in a little shitty room again.
But the Glint, the rat, is going to look at his hastily scrawled map, and he works out that that is going to be quite the very top of that corridor.
Yeah.
Will likely emerge where that gargoyle room is. Not exactly, but close.
So if we can find some sort of way that links up, or some sort of secret door
We'll have
down
a way.
that corridor,
Yeah, we'll have
we have a
found
way to connect up and get him in here. But we have to fight the gargoyle, which is what y'all wanted. Let's go do that. But check for traps on the way up there.
Maybe if we go back, so we go back and shout, "Vessel!" Down to where we've just come, we will shout back through the thing saying, "Vessel, head back to the," and we will give the most vivid description we can to head back to that position there.
Well, tell him be ready. Yeah, just outside the door.
Remember
so he's
that
ready to
door
go
we
in.
we tentatively closed when we arrived here? Go to that door.
Yes.
And then we return back to where we were, and now Glint is going to do his best to search for traps on the way up
this
that
corridor. You have heroism +2 for every check. Don't forget. You got it.
And a 10-foot pole.
On a 10-foot pole.
Right, don't brag.
In this fantasy game that we're playing. Let's see. How many checks, Michael?
I need to. Are you just in like the center of the corridor, going to just do a sweep down then up then down?
Just up.
Just up. Okay, so you're going to go dead center and you're going to head up.
No. Maybe.
No, I was thinking maybe hug
Well, we
the wall.
don't know, Mike, unless he is able to check the floor first.
Yeah, I want to check. Like, can I see there's like obvious like pressure plates on the ground and stuff like that?
Okay.
That's what I'm
So
after.
maybe say we're going to stick to the wall that we're on.
Okay.
Unless we find something, and then we'll move across if we have to.
You're sticking to the wall you're on. Lovely.
Yes.
You move up. Give me a search check, and I'll tell you how far you can go with each result.
Plus heroism, so I'm now adding 20.
You're adding.
Sorry, I'm adding 2, so it's 20. So
adding
32.
Whoa. I wish.
I'm really heroic.
You can move. You can move 6 squares with that, and you find nothing.
I am following exactly
2,
your footsteps.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Whilst you're there, so these spheres you've gone past. You came out of a red one, which was a waist high on a skeleton. The one I do actually think have a visual for this. Let me check. Let's see if I did.
They could all be doors, or.
Oh my god!
It's this sort of effect that you're seeing.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow!
Running up and down the corridor. So you came out of one that was waist high.
Great visuals
from the original module.
Yeah.
Cracking. I love it, actually. Lovely retro.
But where you are, in checking the floor, you notice, actually, you've got to the one that's actually at the foot of the Hydra. Your foot seems to go through the black orb slightly.
There's another way through there, Jacques the Bard.
There is, yes.
Are we? That could link us up then. Because that corridor, it did look like that went down and up where the
that might link
gargoyle
us
came
back.
from.
No, I think that might link us back to another, because we only found one of the hidden trap doors in the pit traps. We only found one of those. So I suspect that might lead to one of them, because I'm pretty sure the gargoyle room is further up. I know Matt's not here, but I'm monologuing right now.
That's okay. Monologue
away. We're not far enough.
The gargoyle room, as I recall, was
way further up.
A corridor shape.
Yeah, we need to get to the top
so
of the
it
corridor.
could still link up.
It might do, but do you want to divert here?
Did you? I'm just saying you gave that vocal information to Vessel.
Yes, to go to the door. Yeah,
I would suggest that
I'll do that now.
We check more to see if there are any more of these on this side.
Yeah.
But if we can't find them, this is a good.
Glint's going to hand Jack some chalk and say, mark the path that we're walking, just in case, as well. So we will have a clear path of where we've trod. And then he's going to carry on doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
So, more checks?
Yeah, another search check. 24.
24.
Um,
Oh, that is with the bonus. Yep, shit.
yeah. So you can get 20 feet, and you find nothing.
20 feet this time. Okay.
20 feet, yeah.
Yep.
The pink sphere is one held by a Yuan Ti. The yellow sphere is held at shoulder height by a falcon-headed creature. But these spheres seem real. They're not
Okay.
illusionary in any way.
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
I will say I am still holding on to detect magic. I did specify that was the case, so I'll be aiming it at the wall the entire time. So if it's illusionary magic that's there, I should be able to detect it.
I rolled exactly
okay.
the same, by the way.
Yes.
I did.
So you are getting
I just-
illusion magic again, cast level 20th.
Jesus.
So as you're going up, I can tell you where those are. As you're focusing on that wall.
It's ahead. I mean, the scope of it goes way past Glint, so I can tell him before he reaches them.
There's
where they
one
are, so that he's got an
here.
extra bit of a check for traps.
At the
I reckon
silver,
that's probably the one we want to take.
the silver one, there is what appears to be an illusion. I'm not doing the other wall just yet. I'm just doing that wall. But yeah, search check 24. You can get to the silver orb, and there'll be no traps on your way there. But you know the silver is an illusion.
I'm just checking that poem to see if there was anything. There is quite a lot of stuff about colours. It did tell us to shun green. Are there any green around here?
This is green.
It did
Do
say
not
shun.
go near the green. Ignore green.
Green shouldn't be seen.
Yeah. He's going to just carry on doing what he was doing.
It's not creative.
It's green. It's
not a creative colour.
32.
Yes, so you can see there's no traps getting you to the silver one.
All right. I think. I mean, you can. So from where I am, I should be able to detect magic. Yeah, right to the end of the corridor to see if there are any more. And if there are not, let's go through this and see if it links up.
Okay.
So yeah, you know through here there is something.
Ah, great. Okay. Okay, Jack the Bard, I'm going to take a look at this one. You might
Well,
want
we can stand both together and both put our faces through at the same time without going through.
All right, okay. If you want to risk it, let's do it.
We're not stepping through; we're just putting our faces through.
Ace Ventura, when nature calls
even
style.
I think what's beautiful about this is both your faces have gone through and are touching a door immediately. So you're both like,
There's a door. I think this is a door.
Oh,
It
it's locked.
smells. This smells like a door.
Hang on. I need to try and open the door with my picks.
You do. Glint, you can tell this is very similar to that door that was in the pit. This is the other side of us, like a secret door. So it's going to be a lot harder to find an opening on this side.
No, impossible.
Not something you were meant to find from this angle, shall we say. But
Oh, well, there you go.
similar to the last one, so DC 30 to open it.
And you have a +2, so I'm sure you can do this. Is it a single attempt?
Yes.
+2.
Alright.
Okay, so that means.
Do you want me to play bardic music as well to give you another +2?
I have +21 at the moment.
Is that with the +2 from heroism?
That's with a +2.
So you need a 10 or more. There is a 50-50 chance.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna dilly-dally around it. I'm just gonna use bardic music as well. So I will do inspire competence. So I start playing the accordion. Tra-la-la-la.
So that makes it 23 then.
Very good.
Oh, yes.
He's going to turn and say, "You do inspire the best in us, Jack."
It is,
as you unlock the door.
it is all in the music, my friend. It just brings out what you already have.
There is nothing in here. For fuck's sake.
What?
It's an
I'm
empty
going to
room.
step behind you, but this is not the step I'm standing on, by the way. I'm just so that I can see in the room, because I'm stood next to him. All right, let's go. In we go. I will continue to play bardic music from now on until I have to stop, so I don't have to waste it completely. So you'll have that extra +2 with heroism, so that's +4 altogether. Let's go in. Are you in?
I have gone in.
Okay. Is this a solid room? God damn it. Do a check to see if there's another secret door in here. Please, please, please.
I have a feeling that Mike's wants to say something.
No, Mike. I'm not ahead of you. I'm not
Okay.
ahead of you. I'm not ahead of you. I'm in the
As soon as you enter this room,
I can't get back out.
because the door's been closed.
Open the door. I'm not
And
doing
the rats followed you. Dom,
Yeah, I
roll
wanted to
me
see.
a D2, 1 for Rob, 2 for Matt, please.
I would love to. It would make my whole evening. 1.
Glint, what is your armor class?
23 now.
Is it a trap?
It is.
He gets
26 then.
A magic arrow that seems to just appear from above you, whoop, doom, shoots down.
right in the top of the head. Fuck you!
And it doesn't do anything. That's that round. This is going to happen. We have to check by rounds at this
Well,
point.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
No search check, no nothing. I'm just leaving.
You're doing
Yes!
a check. It's already fired. It's already fired. Do a
Well,
check.
all right. Okay, do a
You've got
search. I can do a search check.
Yes.
Plus 2.
+4.
39. I see the blueprints.
I see you.
You see there's a door in front of you.
I'm going to quickly examine the door. $24.
24. The door is not trapped.
Cool.
The door is...
It's locked.
It's locked.
Kick it in.
You also don't see any means of unlocking the door.
I can't pick it.
You can't pick the door.
I ran out the room.
A person could get sick of this shit. There must be another mechanism to unlock the door in the room, like a switch on one of the walls.
I didn't see it,
No,
unfortunately.
and you got 39.
only a 39 to search the room.
If only you'd got 40.
If only
If
I got
only.
40.
DC was 40, I had to get 41. Yeah, you didn't see a means of...
With a 39 on the roll, I didn't see any means of opening the door.
Yeah, but the problem is, he said that the door here was meant to be open from the other side. So it's quite possible that that door is only openable from the other side.
So there is no means of...
Well, we don't know. There's another door we haven't tried further down.
Why not? Why not?
We might as well. Let's just do it. Let's just do it, quick.
Okay, where was the other door? Where was it again?
Here.
It's marked with the green.
I just put my face through.
Okay.
You see another crawl space.
I don't think it turns in the
Yeah, it
direction
does.
we want it.
Oh, it goes
to
down.
turn. It goes fucking down. My eye is twitching.
Okay,
Infuriating.
okay, let's just get on...
The rat's going down quickly.
Okay, let's go.
You don't like this, lads.
Yeah, Rat, get in there.
You're crawling, just crawling through. You head. Yes, you see it. It goes south.
Oh, it joins up with the other one, I think.
No, it doesn't. It's worse than that.
Is it?
Don't.
Yes, you see it goes further. It goes under the room you're in. I just haven't. I didn't want to do that on top. So it actually extends up to here.
Oh my god. We're never
Vessel,
gonna
thank
get
you. You are
back.
now a rat.
I'm stuck.
Are you going to keep on crawling?
Well, I want to see what's on the other side. If we can't see it without moving, then yeah, I guess so.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it goes right the way under. No, this takes us further away. It turns the wrong direction. We
I
can't
know.
carry on this way without Vessel. There's no way.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
refuse. I will die of old age beforehand.
I think
Put me
we're in
back.
danger of doing that anyway, to be honest. But yeah, cool.
Fucking Tome of Horrors! The horror is that we can't do it together!
We're just gonna have to go back the way we came, aren't we?
And try and go past
We
the
thought we were being clever.
bypassing the gargoyle.
I mean, in your defence, you were being clever.
I thought
You're just unfortunately stuck with a lump.
It's not that, mate. We should. I'm really confused by that. That we can't get through that door. Unless there's another crawl space that does what this one does, but out the other way. So,
Mike, did I detect any other types of magic on any of the other crystals or orbs?
Other orbs?
yeah, check the other wall. Check the other side.
How far does it go?
30 feet.
So you would, you'd be able to get all of that.
Just
from
do
where
the
you were.
whole wall. Yeah.
You got one from this blue one there. So a bright blue one, a bronze one there, a orange one here, and
God.
this gold one at the top here. Here.
I can barely remember. Hang on. Yeah, there.
And then this bright blue one here.
Here.
Right, you know that's open, so I'm going to get rid of that. And you know that's open, so I'm going to get rid of that. I would if I could zoom in.
What we want is to find a way to open that. Because it just links us up. Our friend is right there. It's so infuriating.
Okay, let's just meticulously do it. So let's go to the blue.
Yep.
It looks like we can just poke our heads through this out like the others, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, Glint is going to poke his head through.
Yep. You poke your head through. Glint, can you make a will save, please?
Oh, crap sauce.
Okay, so I've got a bonus to this now, don't I?
This isn't a trap.
Heroism gives
Yeah,
you
but
a
it's
plus
heroism.
2. So you have a plus 2 on saves.
Okay. I am going to use something that I haven't used yet. I am going to use something called Cumbrous Will, which gives me a plus 6 to my will saves.
Ooh.
It is a feat that I take.
Does that replace the ability modifier?
No, it just gives me a plus 6 to my will save, I think.
Wow.
So, but it comes with a cost, I assure you.
Off.
So in that case, that makes my will save that, and then I get what from heroism plus 2?
2.
DC 18.
So 15. 28.
Cool.
As
Yep.
something appears to affect him,
What does
Cumbrous
it?
will activate. He is shaken for the duration of the encounter.
Okay. So you see dust covers the remains of a wizard's storeroom, like snow. Fallen shelves, smashed crockery, glass shards from dozens of smashed potion vials, and corroded alchemical tools litter the floor. However, in the northwest corner of the room, something grey and shriveled sloshes within a grimy glass canister.
Don't go near that.
Slosh.
Nope. Not
Is
without
it a
our muscle.
brain?
So I don't see anything that attacked me or anything like that.
No.
Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look in the room.
Yep.
I'm not, because you had to do a will save. I'm not going to come in and have to do a will save as
Yep,
well.
that's fine. He looks around and is immediately going to leave.
Okay.
And he's going to close the door.
Oh, the poor rat.
Oh.
Let the rat out. Get your rat out.
I mean, we can leave it open now because you've gone through it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, then there's this one. It's only fair. I will poke my face through this one.
Yep. You poke your head through and you see a door.
It smells like a door again.
Smells like another door.
Smells like a door.
It's just a door. Check said door, and then we will give it a try. Hopefully it has a lever that opens the door opposite.
Me? I thought you were
Yeah.
doing it. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I can't check for traps. I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed.
Sorry.
Not allowed.
Player's handbook says no.
No, there's nothing on there, mate.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, cool. In that case, I'll open the door.
Yeah. You open the door. As you open the door, a fusillade of spears shoots out.
Oh, I'm stuck. I've moved myself into the wall by accident, Mike, I think.
You have, yes.
Help me! Help me! Now! Now!
Unfortunately, this is a 30-foot cone. Fortunately for you, Glint is avoided, and I'll be kind and say, Jacques, you're going to take the fall for the rat. Because you're just directly in front of it.
The rat is really small.
Could you... let's see how many spears attacks you. Oh, just 2. Your armor class, flat-footed, is...
Hardly a
16,
fusillade.
because I put it all in wrong, but yeah, 16.
16.
Yeah.
The first spear. The second spear. Lovely. As 2 spears just like shoot out.
We're back in Ace Ventura. One in that. How much damage do I?
10 points of damage as 2 spears, like from this door, these long spears. You still have the darts in you in certain places, and now you also have spears.
Could you get that?
Yeah, he's going to pull out one of the spears out of you and... Can you see through the door now that that's been triggered?
No.
That's right. It's a fake door.
It's just a
Oh
wall.
my god.
I hate this dungeon. I hate it. This is the worst dungeon. Dungeon can go fuck itself.
Okay, next.
Right.
Next.
Let's just... Yeah, you got...
Trigger all the traps.
If we do all of this and there just isn't a way to do it, I'm
Right, I'll do
going
this one.
to
You can
not
do the last
play
one. I'll put my
anymore.
face through this.
You put your face through, and you see
I love that we're going into these all face first.
another door.
Okay, please check the door for traps, and I will open.
Certainly will. 35.
There is definite trap coming from this door.
Okay, I'm going to try and disable the trap.
Remember, in all of this, I'm still playing music, so you've still got +4.
Oh, of course. I need to.
You
I
have
need to do
+6
that
from
for the
heroism and
disables.
+2
Yeah.
for skills. You add 4.
So. Okay, cool. 29 to disable the trap.
Easily disable it, and as you do, the door gently the door just gently opens to reveal another fake door.
Okay, my turn.
It's not even funny, Gygax. It's not
Move
funny.
away, Jacques the Bard. I'm going to put my face through that.
I love that it's always, I'm going to put my face through it.
What's the only way we can see through it?
You put your face through the gold orb held above the head by a naga.
A naga, you say? Oh,
Not
that's
a
not
naga.
a good sign, is it?
Well, I forgot to point out, the silver one here is held by a 4-armed gargoyle.
Yeah, it's a shame
Except
it doesn't
for-
lead to the forearm
The
gargoyle.
gargoyle, except it doesn't.
Okay, I've done that. There's a door. I'm going to check the door.
There isn't a door. You just put your head through. That's the door there for you to
Oh, I see.
put your head through. Into another crawl space.
I go down the crawl space.
You
Rat!
crawl into the crawl space.
Rat, come in, rat.
I'm coming. I went the wrong way.
Other rat.
Rats.
Other rat. Go in.
You move in, and the rat's gone in, so I'm guessing you're following, but a broken 8-foot tall statue of a 4-armed gargoyle squats here, alone and in the dark. Its 3 remaining hands appear as if in positions of supplication or need.
That must be it. That's got to be a way to open that door.
Now, I need to pause. It's 11:30,
Oh, yeah, it is.
and I know you messaged saying, so, on a fairly tentatively...
After that, yeah, this high tension moment.
We don't even know if it will result in anything that will do.
We don't.
We're not even going to
Okay.
find out if that... Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Are you okay for a couple more minutes, Matt?
I can do a couple more minutes. Yeah.
Can we just
I
investigate
wanna know
this
where
thing?
goes. Investigate
Yes.
this. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not even down there.
Something to happen.
Yes.
I know.
Right, that doesn't look like a gargoyle, but then that's the point about gargoyles, isn't it? They never look like they're going to attack you until they do.
Well, you should get a spot check on gargoyles to see if they are stone or if they're actually a gargoyle, right?
Well, it looks quite like a stone, but...
I'll come in with you. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
It says
Alright.
it's supplicant as if in need.
Yes,
Have we run as missing an arm?
it is.
Have we seen a gargoyle arm anywhere?
Give me a spot check, please.
I'm going to literally throw myself out of a window.
This is something up the fucking first corridor, isn't it? Look.
Is it? I don't even know.
Vessel's
It's
arm
to it,
is a
yeah.
gargoyle arm.
So I've got +4 to this, don't I? So that makes that spot
It's a
check.
skill.
I see,
Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake, 21.
DC was 18. You find, yes, the broken off 4th arm is on the floor behind the statue. You can just see it's there. But you also spot a concavity in the palm of the 3 still attached hands. The concavities are about 1 inch in diameter but are empty. The broken hand possesses no such concavity.
Right, so does it...
Say concavity again.
concavity.
Menemone.
Okay, so does it look like that hand can be reattached to the arm or whatever, or the
You can
torso?
try.
Okay,
Give it a go. Might as
the rat
well.
picks it up and tries to put it on. No,
You
Glenn
are.
the rat activates his ring of blinking, then does it.
You blink in and out. Sometimes you're not there to reattach, sometimes you are. But each time you do, it's just sticking stone to stone. There seems to be no way to reattach. And the exact description is no amount of fooling with a broken arm enables its reattachment.
He's been very specific when writing this.
He has been very specific.
Will not need sacrifice or but a loop of magical metal in the poem. Maybe give it the ring of protection that we found. I know it's lowering your armor class, but give it a go.
That's fine. He takes the
They're
ring
about an
off
inch
and
in
puts
diameter,
it
which
in
is
the
about a ring, isn't
gargoyle's hand, whatever, wherever.
In one of the hands.
Yeah, what it says it's in need. So there you go. Have the ring.
You put the ring into one of the concavities, and concavity. It doesn't seem to do much.
Oh no!
Or anything at all.
You can make me an intelligence check.
I love that it's insistent that it's because of our stupidity that this is
A
why it's
DC-20
happening.
intelligence check.
Well, that's an 8. So
Well,
That's a 14, but
the
still.
ring isn't the right size for what would go into this.
I put the ring of
We don't
protection back
have
on.
anything else. We've not found anything else, though. We didn't open the other chests. I don't want to go and do that.
Let's leave. Goodbye.
Was there anything that we spotted in the walls?
No, let's go back. Let's
Nope.
go all the way through the crawl space. We'll go back to the door where we just told Vessel to go to, and then next time we summon the energy to, we will go through the door we decided not to go through at the beginning of the session.
at least you've
It would all be
explored
fine.
this.
You know what? I wouldn't be in the least bit frustrated by this if we just all three of us were together. Because we would at least be exploring the Tomb of Horrors.
Yeah, we did that as an effort to try and rejoin. Yeah.
The whole thing. I wouldn't be even remotely frustrated by this because we would just be probing at the Tomb of Horrors. It's just the fact that all I want to do is get all three of us together before doing this. We can't link back up again.
We are going to go into that room next time, and we are going to destroy that thing. I am now confident that that's going to
We're
happen.
going to try.
We're going
It
to.
may well.
And that is where we shall leave us with this declaration of a challenge for next session, where the party will re-enter the initial threat they walked right past at the start of the session, the 4-armed gargoyle.
Because it smashed us into the fucking ground last time. I wanted to avoid it.
And I will do a very quick wrap-up, and I'll start with you, Matt, just in case you need to dash. But Matt, thoughts on the session?
I mean, come on. It's been funny, and it's been a bit ridiculous in places because we were worried we were going to get completely squished into a room, like packed in like sardines. But otherwise, nothing's happened. We've activated the odd trap and got some needles in our face with it. That's it. I feel like this dungeon's kind of got either you're instantly dead or you're mildly irritated. There's no middle ground at all.
Yes.
I'm having a laugh though.
That's good, yes. And I look forward to seeing what Jacques you need to do next time. We'll cut to Dom. Vessel.
Yeah, what are your feelings?
Yeah, so I introduced my character. I did a big power-up sequence. I was a bit annoying, saying the same thing over and over again, and then I walked down a corridor and back up it.
Credit. is.
You know, yeah. It's one of those. If this was a homebrew thing, I would have said you could fit through the crawl space. It's going by the module. I was just like a 3-foot
No,
crawl
that's
space,
what we're doing, mate. We're going by
It's
the
perfectly fair. No, I'm not
and
criticising you at all.
it's. I mean, thank you for your patience. I know these guys are purely. All of that was to try and tie back up to you. I do see what was the logic. Thanks for being a good sport about that. And
It's fine. I wouldn't have added anything in those sequences anyway. So
well, if you hadn't
been
have
following
heard,
them around.
if you hadn't have heard glint, then there would have been some fun sand.
There would have been a lot of fun sand. There would have been a whole heap of sand.
I think that there's doors in here that can be smashed and broken, because I think that the whole dungeon isn't just about. It's not just doing traps, and it's not just fighting. It's everything. There's always different ways to solve things. So I think you would be useful more than you'd think. I think there would be ways for brute force to get something done, which hopefully we'll find out if we ever reach you.
Well, you are together now. And I think
Yeah.
next time we play, I think we're going to see the might of Vessel and the Golem firsthand, which I'm
genuinely can't
really looking forward
I
to.
think it's going to be a big old. There's gonna be a couple of big misses, and then they're gonna die. That's my prediction. Through no fault of the build or the campaign, just on the way things go, it'll be 2 critical misses. They'll smack each other, and then the gargoyle will murder them.
Let's hope not. And then lastly, Rob.
It's more of what we were saying, but tenfold from the last part of the exploration. Meticulous, pedantic, might I even say smug in its nature. You, Mike, have been incredible in being very fair, but sticking to the material religiously, which I fully appreciate. So please don't interpret any of my lashings out at you.
I fully understand.
He just needs to lash out at someone.
And you know what? Everything that I'd heard about the Tomb of Horrors was exactly that. That it is that. So it is. We signed up for this, and despite all of that, I am still finding the threat of the place immensely enthralling and enjoyable. So it's not going through it and going, oh my god, like this is frustrating, nothing's happening. There is that, but it does feel earned, because when something does happen, it is catastrophic in its results. So I am really enjoying this experience. I want to make that super clear, because I know my reactions have been like very exasperated, but I just want to make it clear that I am deeply enjoying it, and I am so excited about next time, because we've just had like a whole session of just build up for Vessel, and now we're gonna snowball through that gargoyle. I can just feel it. I am feeling confident. I am feeling confident that we are going to kill that gargoyle.
Well, you guys are. I'm just going to stand there and play my.
You will be critical in that effort, Jacques Cavard. You will be critical in that effort.
I will give you a boost.
Because we didn't have a massive sand go than the last time we went against it, and now we do.
Yes. I'm really looking forward to it. And I think, yes, had that gone differently to a certain extent, I think that would have been quite intriguing. Had, for example, one of you or both of you gone through the mist vessel. I'm also curious what would have happened if you hadn't turned large and you were there now. Would you consider going back? Would you just have gone straight ahead and not done that? So it's posed quite a lot of questions, but as a sort of a scouting session, as really that's just kind of turned out.
It forced us to uncover a good deal of well, I say a good deal, I don't know how big it is, but it feels like we've uncovered quite a lot of ground. So you're right, it was a scouting session.
Yeah.
It sort of forced us to be maybe a little bit less hyper focused on not taking the next step, but like to push on that little bit faster, which I appreciate. Because although the fear of death should make you a little bit hesitant,
We are still playing a game.
we do still want to progress, and if we die,
this is-
whatever, we've got more. It doesn't matter.
Yes, well,
That's
I'm
the
trying
point.
to condense a few of those skill checks in places.
Yes, but well, you know, I mean, it's just so different to the normal way we play, and we're still
There's
getting used to it.
Yes, there is one thing which I'm sure you'll get to next session, which very much different way of playing, and it even says here that I'm both and both not looking forward to that. Which I will talk about when it happens. But I'm intrigued about what's going to happen. And to all of our viewers, and for those of you who have played the Tomb of Horrors, have you had anyone fall into that 100-foot drop and not be able to escape? I think having Glint survive the fall, sorry, not the fall, actually gave you the only really major chance of getting out of that. But has that ever happened to you? Have you been in a situation similar with the Tomb of Horrors? And if not, do please leave your thoughts and comments down below for us. As was mentioned already, like, subscribe, please do ring the bell, tell your friends, all of that. And next time you'll be here for the fight of the tomb, the four-armed gargoyle versus
Whatever we are.
whatever your partner is. Some Egyptian-themed horror, I think, is the current idea.
Yes.
All that's really left to say on this note is... burn them rolls.
Do we?
Yes, we do. Just say it, man.
Do we burn them?
Bone
Just-
them rolls.
Say them. Burn them rolls. Don't tell your mum.
Don't tell your mum.
I'll say that to you.